The following is a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.
Let's go, like we're going all the way this year.
Like we're all one big team, one big family already. I just can't wait to go to war with them.
This season, well, it's going to be one heck of a ride.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into RTN Channel 5's coverage of Rowan Profs Division II Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Marc Acchitelli alongside my broadcast partner, Andrew Torres. And Andrew, this is perhaps the biggest game of the Rowan Prof season. Obviously, the opponent, the Penn State University Ice Lions, not the Nittany Lions, of course, because this Penn State team is the ACHA Division II affiliate of Penn State University. But not only is it just the opponent, the Profs just recently, this past Sunday, traveled to Annapolis, Maryland, where they beat the Naval Academy by a final score of 8-1, getting to 15-0, which is the best start in program history. It's been a great season for Rowan.
And that's what they're looking to continue tonight. They're writing history as we're moving along. It's going to be exciting to see tonight. We're looking to see if they're able to maintain speed, focus. It's all about keeping their game as simple as possible. Making sure that they're continuing the success, doing the things that made them successful this year. That's what they're going to be looking to do tonight. I don't expect anything different, although it's going to be a challenge from Penn State. We'll see what happens.
It certainly will be, and of course this Profs team led by its starting two lines. You can really interchange the two. You talk to head coach Dan Diamante, and the thing he says about this team is the reason they are where they are is because they have two top-tier lines. A lot of teams are lucky enough to have one top-tier line that really separate themselves, but when you are able to have two, it makes it a lot harder for other teams to handle, which attributes to the 15-0 record. And obviously one of the biggest attributions to this team, Ryan Conlon leads the team in points with 40-plus on the season, and Bobby Penrod and Chris Conlon not far behind either.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you look at, like you said, most of the time when a team is going into a matchup, they look for that top line to stop. Their best defensive pair is going to be playing most of the game against that top line. But when you have one team that has two teams that you have to stop, you're rotating defensive units all the time. You're looking for matchups, and it's a strain on your team. And that, again, like you said, has been the biggest difference for the Profs this season, going all the way for 15 games straight. It's that ability to not just have success with those guys playing together, but it's the rotation of the lines. Everybody's being able to play with everybody, and that's what's making the difference for the Profs.
And meanwhile, for the Penn State University Ice Lions, having a solid year so far as a team. Top two scorers on the team, Adam Alavi and Matt Wickman. They've really carried this Penn State offense through the season up to this point.
Well, and that's the thing the Profs are going to be looking to do. It's you want to identify who their top players are and what you can do to stop them, whether they play a physical style, whether it's a speed style through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. It's what you're going to be looking for. I think the Profs defense has done a phenomenal job this year. And like I said before, I don't think there's going to be much difference between the results that we saw earlier in the season and the result tonight.
And the Profs defense has certainly been amazing, but how about that goaltending? When you have a dynamic duo of starting goaltenders that you can rotate, and A.J. Kallela and Kyle Rink, those two have been phenomenal between the pipes for the Profs, and they look to continue the Profs' winning ways here tonight with another victory.
Well, and good goaltending, especially when you have two, that's how your coach can sleep at night. Basically, when you know you're going into a matchup, and it doesn't matter who you put into the net, you know you're going to come away with the best goaltending effort that you can ever get as a coach, and that's what you can look for. Rowan has known that all season long, and no matter who Rowan starts tonight, I'd expect a solid start in net for sure.
Certainly, and we're expecting a very solid crowd tonight. Should almost be a packed house here inside the Hollydell Ice Arena in southern New Jersey, and it's going to be a great game. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. Once again, I'm Marc Acchitelli from our broadcast partner, Andrew Torres. We'll be right back here in just... And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back in to RTN Channel 5's coverage of Rowan Profs Division II Ice Hockey. I'm Marc Acchitelli alongside my broadcast partner, Andrew Torres, getting set for puck drop in just a few moments as your Rowan University Profs ice hockey team hosts the Penn State University Ice Lions in an ACHA Southeastern Region Division II hockey matchup. And Andrew, right now we had talked about it in the pregame. This Profs team, of course, 15-0 entering tonight's game, looking to make it 16-0 after setting the program record for the best start in program history.
It's all about continuing success at this point. It's about finishing the season strong. You know, obviously making it to the national tournament is on their minds, and we talked about even before the pregame started what they have to do to get there. But they need to focus tonight, and if they do that, maintain the success that they've had doing the small things well, like we talked about in the pregame, I think they'll do just fine tonight. But Penn State's they're not a cakewalk. They're gonna be fighting hard, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, Penn State certainly a storied program in all facets of hockey. You look at the actual NCAA Division I team; they're currently nationally ranked in the top 25 teams for Division I, and then you move on to this ACHA Division II Penn State Ice Lions team, not the Nittany Lions. Of course, we had addressed that in the pregame. This team is the Ice Lions. They have a storied program as well, being one of the best teams in the southeastern region as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing that Penn State has on their side. They have the history of the big-name school, Division I school, the history and everything that comes with that. But, the Profs are starting their own history this year, on the 15-0 start, and looking to go 16-0 tonight as they're starting to announce the starting lineups. But, I have no doubt that the Profs are going to come flying. They're going to try to dominate the speed game, making sure that they're setting the pace themselves. That's the success that the Profs have had all season long. And I don't expect anything less to change in this game.
And we're getting ready to see the starting lineups for both teams. Starting for the Rowan University Profs, give you the starting lineups. It's going to be the law firm line. It'll be the number one line for Rowan. That's Ryan Conlon, Anthony Della Rose, and Chris Conlon. Expected starting defensive pairs, Sam Ahern and Jarrett Stricken.
And it looks like number 36 for the Profs is going to be in the starting net. That's A.J. Colella. And like we talked about in the pregame again, it's all about confidence in your goaltender. Rowan's Profs have complete confidence in both of their goaltenders tonight. And but they're going to be solid in front of them. I don't think that they're going to be letting that many chances on unless Penn State comes out flying early, but we'll see how it goes. The thing I'll say for Penn State, though, they want to dominate the pace of the game early right off the bat. Every single time, for the majority of this winning streak that the Profs have, they have dominated the pace of the game right out of the gate. So if I'm Penn State, I'm looking to start hot and start early.
And this is a Profs team that certainly is lightning fast, and they've gone up against a lot of teams that are necessarily bigger than them this season. You look at some examples, Stevenson University Mustangs, the University of Delaware Blue Hens, both teams that have the size on the Profs, but that speed just kills for Rowan.
Well, and that's the thing. When you have speed, you can do so many different things. You can transition through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. You can dump and chase and get pucks deep. You can get bodies in there, and it really doesn't matter. Size helps and everything, but what ultimately helps is your heart and your effort into it, and that's the effort that we've seen for the Profs going up to this 15-game winning streak.
Well, this Profs team, obviously you can tell by the record, one of the best teams, if not the best team this program's ever seen, and the crazy part about it is such a young program. Head coach Dan Diamante has done such a good job with this Rowan Profs team, keeping them organized. The thing is, they're fast, they have a lot of energy, but what they do is they do everything with a purpose.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It's his first year as the head coach of this program. He wanted to make sure that the team knew that this was his team now. He wanted to do things his way, and ultimately he's sent that message, and the message so far has been well received, and the Profs are looking to have a good night tonight.
Profs certainly are, and we thought Sam Ahern may be one of the starting defenders. In his place is Frank Christie, so now your official Rowan University Profs starting lineup. At the defensive pairing, you'll have Frank Christie and Jarrett Stricken, and the forward line will be Ryan Conlon, Chris Conlon, and Anthony Della Rose.
And that's the top line we were talking about, one of the two top lines. They're called the law firm line, and Ryan Conlon leads the team in scoring by a lot, and we're looking to see that continue. especially tonight as the game progresses.
Well, one thing we're going to look to see from this Profs team is if they can capitalize on the power play. It's something they've done all season long.
Right, and that's the one thing Penn State has to do. They have to stay disciplined. I understand they're trying to be aggressive in their game approach, but you cannot get you have to stay disciplined. You can't take dumb, stupid penalties against a dominant offensive team like the Profs.
And we're going to take a quick step off for the playing of our national anthem. We'll be right back on RTN Channel 5. Back here inside Hollydell Ice Arena in southern New Jersey, Marc Acchitelli once again alongside Andrew Torres as we just saw the playing of the national anthem, and we're getting ready for puck drop here inside Hollydell Ice Arena. Starting lineup for the Penn State University Ice Lions will be Brendan Horgus, Dylan McLaughlin, Brian Nelson, Ian Straczynski, Wade Ashford, and in goal for the Ice Lions, Richard Carapandi.
Richard Carapandi has a 2-0 record this year. He has a save percentage of .921. He's played in 2 games. He's won all of them, 70 saves, and only 6 goals given up all season long. So pretty solid numbers for him. We'll see how long those numbers stay that way against the Profs tonight. But like we talked about, the Profs are going to be looking to have a hot start. We'll see if Penn State is able to match it.
It's a high-flying Profs offense in to take the draw. Ryan Conlon against Brian Nelson, and the Ice Lions come away with it first. Ashford, pass it along, pass intercepted. Chris Conlon gets it poked away. Ice Lions go to dump it out. Frank Christie gets possession, dumps it over the blue line. Over the neutral zone with the puck is Straczynski. Straczynski loses out. Penn State called for the icing as we can see the puck clearly exited and came back in the zone. So it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Well, a little bit of a delayed start, but so far there's mostly action in the neutral zone as both teams looking to get some offensive zone time, but a change on defense for the Ice Lions, excuse me, but top line for the Profs stays out there.
And Ice Lions with possession in center ice. Profs dump it all the way back in, and chasing after it, it's going to be Delarose and Conlon. Delarose puts one towards the net, deflects high up in the air. Chris Conlon going to fight after it, can't get there as the Ice Lions come around the boards. Puck kept in with possession and wrapped all the way around by Sammy Atambi. Loose puck deflects off the skate of the referee and is turned over to Penn State. Ice Lions dump it all the way in and around, chased after by Sam Ahern of the Profs. Ahern feathers it forward, looking for his man, pushing it forward. Nick Ramos. Ramos behind the net going after the puck. Penn State able to circle around, loose puck in front of the net, poked away as chasing after was Ramos again. Puck deflects off the boards in the air. Penrod after it with Ramos. Now the loose puck to Rucci. Rucci behind the net, circles around, fires one across. Nobody home, and now a slap shot from the point. Rebound, backhand save, and covered up by Carapandi. Profs getting the first offensive opportunity early, almost capitalizing.
Well, and you saw Penn State, they tried to use the boards to exit the zone, and it was successful, but the puck, I don't know if it hit a stick or if it hit a pile of ice or something on the side of the boards, but bounced right to the stick of Rowan, and Rowan came right back. And Rowan used the boards to keep the puck in, had a good scoring chance, but looked like the Prof player had his stick tied up in the front. But a good scoring chance to start the game for the Profs.
And John Bresnicki tried to fling it along the boards, and it took a weird hop and went out of play. So we'll have a face-off in the Ice Lions zone. Profs with a line change, back out. The law firm as Ryan Conlon looks to win the face-off. He can't, but Delarose chased him behind the net. Looking for Conlon in front, loose puck. And the Ice Lions look to dump it out. Profs able to keep it around. Chris Conlon dumps it in behind the net. Delarose chasing after. Ice Lions holding it in their own zone, almost turning it over, but still able to keep possession. They'll circle it back around. Bresnicki across the middle. Puck pushed forward, finds the stick of Straczynski. Straczynski, pass in front, poked away as couldn't get off the shot was Brian Nelson.
And that's a good defensive play. It looked like Sam Ahern with the poke check right at the last second before the Penn State player could get the shot off. But you can kind of see Rowan's defensive game plan, staying up on the blue line, pressuring them as they're entering the offensive zone. I would expect them to do that all night long. In case of the only thing in place that wouldn't work is odd man situations where we saw just there. But that looks like it's going to be the Profs' game plan, is where they're going to be pressuring defensively, pressuring the puck carrier, and forcing Penn State to either dump the puck in or come up with some fancy play.
It's Rucci, drops it off, trying to find his man in Penrod. It's poked away and intercepted, and here come the Ice Line. Streaking up the ice is Blacker. Tanner Blacker into the corner. And puck taken away by the Profs. They get it out of the zone. Corralled by Antabi. Shot on Colella. Kicked away towards the boards. Profs look to dump it out. Kept in at the blue line. Ice Line's flick it towards the net. Colella's going to have to freeze this one. If he had nobody to give it off to, it would be a face-off in the Profs' end.
Well, it's a lot of hard work for Penn State on that shift. I think that if you look, the effort's there. It's just a matter of finding connections. The Profs are doing a phenomenal job of having defensive zone coverage, and they're making it difficult for Penn State to have any sustained pressure, but they're keeping the puck deep, and they're working hard for it.
Profs looking to get it out of the zone. Here they come, a 2-on-1 opportunity. Streaking down the ice for Rowan. Rucci across in front. Wrister gloved. Heck of a save there from Karapandi as Nick Ramos got the feed from Trevor Rucci, just couldn't put it home.
Well, that's the thing that the Ice Lines do not want. They can't afford, when they pinch and have when they have defensemen up in the play, they can't afford to be caught up ice like that. They always have to make sure at least a forward comes back to play defense, but they got away with one there. A good save by the goaltender.
Karapandi lived up to the hype so far early on in the game. Chris Conlon going after it for Rowan. He loses out as it's poked forward. But Rowan able to get possession again in their own end. Puck dumped up looking for Ryan Conlon. Loose puck comes back, and it's Stricken. Stricken along the boards. Pushed along by Delarose. Chris Conlon chasing after it behind the net, and it's taken away. Delarose able to get around the defender in the corner. Fires one in. Hard angle shot. Saved away. And it's taken away by Penn State up the ice. Up the ice comes Long. Ryan Long across the blue line, deking his way in front of Colella, loses control of the puck and goes behind the net. Long still gets possession back, wraps it around. And that pass pushed along by Sam Ahern. He's able to keep it along the boards as it was blocked away, and now the puck goes out of play.
You look back at Delarose's chance. He had a tough angle shot. It looked like he had Chris Conlon in front of the net all by himself. I don't think he noticed him where he was, but if he was able to get it to him, he had a clear scoring chance. But it's a good shot. It's never a bad play to put the puck on net, as they say.
Not sure if there's ever anything considered a bad shot in hockey, especially with all the bodies in front.
Yeah, well, that's why we said that we use the word tough angle shot as opposed to bad shot. But
Penrod pushed it along, loses control, and we're going to have a whistle, most likely our first penalty of the night. And heading to the penalty box, Adam Johnson of the Ice Lions, so the Profs will get their first power play opportunity on the night.
Well, this is what you talked about, Mark. The Profs power play has been very successful so far this season. We'll look and see if they can capitalize on their first opportunity. One defenseman on this unit for the power play. It's Jared Cowan, I think. number 2, and Della Rose is normally a left winger. He's at the point, opposite of Jared Cohen.
Ryan Conlon will take the face-off against Dayton Collins from Penn State. Line out there for the Profs: Rucci, Ryan Conlon, Bobby Penrod, Anthony Della Rose, and Jared Cohen at the point.
Seems to be some kind of discussion between the referees and the Penn State bench. Maybe as far as what the penalty was, or... And now they're taking the explanation over to the Rowan bench, but...
Looks like just one penalty still, so...
Yeah. Well, the call was high sticking, and the play happened in the neutral zone. I didn't see what the play was specifically that they were referring to, but... Perhaps there's an issue with the jersey number and who the penalty was on. I don't know, but play's about to get underway.
Looks like we're ready as Conlon can't win the draw. Puck taken away by Collins, and he goes behind the net, tries to hold on to it, but he's pressured by Penrod. Can the Profs go out with it? It's Ryan Conlon back to the point. Della Rose to Penrod. Penrod fires one in front. It's kicked away off the skate of Brendan Horgus. Goes out of play. Another face-off in the Penn State zone.
Well, looks like Bobby Penrod was trying to make something happen. Maybe out of nothing. It looked like he was trying to shoot it either to the other side or maybe have a ricochet in front.
Rucci wins the face-off to Penrod and pushes it along to Della Rose. Penrod gets it back, holds it. Now double-teamed by 2 Penn State defenders, and it's finally dumped out as Matt Wickham chases after it. Puck dumped back in and covered up. Frozen by Karapandi. Got to watch out for Matt Wickman. First time we've seen him on the ice tonight was on the penalty kill, and he has double-digit points on the year for this Penn State team. One of their leading point getters coming in tonight.
Well, one of their players that actually has more points than games, so he's a threat no matter what the situation is on the ice.
Penrod gets the rebound, pass in front, loose puck taken away. And now it's back in the corner. Della Rose at the point. Della Rose across, has Rucci. Rucci fires a shot, rebound to Conlon, gets pushed away, but Profs keep it in. Della Rose back at the blue line, finds Penrod in the corner. Penrod scanning for a pass. Della Rose. Della Rose still holding, finds Rucci. Good rotation by the Profs, trying to get a goal on the power play. 48 seconds left to go on the man advantage for Rowan. Pass in front. Penrod to Conlon. Shot kicked away by Karapandi. That was a heck of an opportunity from Rowan.
That's a good set play by Rowan, too. He waited until the defense moved out of position, hit his man, and that's a good save early in this game.
Profs get a friendly deflection back in front. Shot wide of the net. Another opportunity for Rowan by the wayside. Penn State dumps it all the way down. 20 seconds left on the power play.
That's Jared Cohen. He shanked it. It looked like it went off the heel of his stick. Didn't get anything on it. That's a chance that he would love to have back.
Rucci in the corner, double teamed. Trying to come away with the puck. It's loose. Now Ryan Conlon over there. Rucci tries to put it in front. Karapandi trying to cover. Puck still loose and goes behind the net. Power play is now over. Even strength hockey. It's Sam Ahern. His pass to Chris Conlon intercepted. Penn State looking to dump it out, and they get it out of the zone. Coming up, Wickman. Pass back and a shot saved by Colella as he squeezes that one. Brian Nelson with the shot for Penn State.
Well, right off the penalty kill, the guy comes out of the penalty box, and they get a scoring chance on a 3-on-2 rush, and that's how Penn State's going to win this game. They number one, they have to stay out of the penalty box, like we said. They have to capitalize on whatever scoring chances they get because they're not going to be many if Rowan has their way.
Another puck frozen. Profs will have a face-off in their own end. Colella so far only been pressured maybe once or twice. He's had a pretty easy first period for the first almost 7 minutes now.
He's had a couple shots the last 2 shifts, but he's been square and he's been able to see the puck well. Pretty easy stop so far, though. But Penn State will definitely be looking to keep the heat on him as the game moves along. We're still early in the first period, though.
Got offsides called, so face-off in the neutral zone just outside the Profs zone. Puck dumped back in towards Colella, goes wide of the net, chasing after it. Stricken, he pushes it forward. And Profs able to get it back to the neutral zone, but the Ice Lions do a good job getting it back in the offensive zone. Wrister pass across. And did Colella save that, or was that wide? Either way, it doesn't go in the back of the net.
It looked like it either went off the shooter's stick or he missed it, but he collided, it looked like, with Colella on the end of that play.
Icing on the play, so we'll come back into the Profs end, but from this angle over here, hard to see if Colella got a piece of it.
It was very hard to see. The player for Penn State made contact with Colella and dove across the front of the net. I don't know if the pass was behind him or if he just wasn't ready for it, but Profs dodged a serious bullet on that play.
It was Dylan McLaughlin missing that attempt. It looked for sure like it was going to be the opening goal, but here come the Profs down the other end. Meldrum in front, shot blocked away, and tripped up with Scone. No penalty on the play, no arm up. Profs bench wanted a penalty as Thurston Scone was charging towards the net and got knocked over from behind.
That's a non-call. And there's a stoppage of play here. I don't think it was icing, as the refs are going to look to talk to the Rowan bench.
And remember, production support provided by Ciccotti's Italia Pizza, 321 Mullica Hill Road, Glassboro, New Jersey, 856-881-4412. Go online and visit them at www.ciccottis.com. Ciccotti's Italia Pizza, a proud partner of RTN Channel 5.
And Penn State's going to the power play.
So during that read, penalty was actually called on Matthew Meldrum, so Profs will have a chance to see their first penalty kill of the game. As a player tripped up in the middle of the ice, it was McLaughlin.
I think he was just trying to get the puck was in the air. He was diving for it like a baseball player, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're on skates.
Give him credit.
Yes.
Went into the zone, shot fired in on Colella. He'll freeze up. Shot coming from Brendan Horgus. A little bit of extracurriculars around the net. Profs defensemen weren't too excited about the fact that Horgus went back in Colella's face even after the whistle had been blown.
Then you saw the linesman hustle in there right away, but nothing too serious happened.
Ramos looks to dump it out. He does. Goes all the way back into the Penn State zone. Rucci out there for Rowan right now as well. Pressuring the man behind the net. Now up the ice coming is Straczynski. Straczynski crosses over the blue line. Good stick handling. Still going. Double team by two Profs. And Rowan able to get it out of the zone. There's a whistle on the play.
Play looks like it was offside as both teams are changing.
Another
Good penalty kill by the Profs so far. I think they're doing a good job of pressuring the puck carrier. You saw in the Penn State penalty kill, they weren't really forcing plays to happen, but they were doing a good job of clogging the lanes. Rowan's kind of taking a more aggressive approach when it comes to killing penalties.
Puck in the Prof zone behind the net for Penn State, wrapped all the way around. Thrown back in behind. Profs trying to keep it out of their own zone. Still 51 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Ice Lions. Profs fighting for it and dumped all the way down. Ryan Conlon able to get rid of that one. And Dayton Collins behind the net. He'll leave it off. That's Ashford. Ashford up to Wickman. Wickman across. Wickman can't corral it on the edge of the blue line, and the Profs able to dump it back down again. Now 20 seconds left on the Penn State power play. Up the ice. Come the Ice Lions. Poked away, and Trevor Rucci's got a breakaway. He's one-on-one with Carapani. Rucci shoots. He scores! Trevor Rucci capitalizes on the Ice Lions' mistake. Beats Carapani one-on-one, and the Profs go up 1-0 in the first period.
Well, that's the start that the Profs wanted. Took a little bit later, but I think that they'll take it. Short-handed, Trevor Rucci capitalizing on a miscue by the Penn State Ice Lions. I keep saying Nittany, but I'll get it right eventually. There was a miscommunication, a missed puck handling. It was poked away. A good defensive play by the Profs, and Trevor Rucci was all by himself, and he buries it to give the Profs a 1-0 lead.
Certainly did bury it one-on-one on Carapani. Nothing the netminder could do about it. Profs across the blue line. Penrod shoots, glove down by Karapandi, and he'll freeze.
Trevor Rucci, I believe that's his 8th goal of the season. 21st point in his only 12th game played this season. It's a good job by him. He's the captain of this Profs team, leading by example, getting the first goal of this game.
And in the Profs end come the Ice Lions. Puck behind the net, loose in the corner. Profs able to go after it, and dumping it around is Conlon. Here's Chris Conlon up the ice. He's got Delarose on the far side, crossing the blue line. Conlon into the corner, fighting for it. He gets hit to the boards, but doesn't even fall to the ground. Conlon in front, shot. Blocked away as it was poked away. He had Ryan Conlon right in front of the goal mouth, just couldn't bury it. Good defensive play. Here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin stick handling in front of Kalila, and he just can't corral it.
It's a good defensive play. I couldn't tell who it was. It might have been Ahern in front of the net, but McLaughlin had the chance cutting in front. He put a good deke on the defender, but he wasn't able to finish.
Another whistle. We'll have an offsides called on Penn State. Face off at the dot in the neutral zone. Both teams execute a line change. Face off at center ice. Won by Thurston Scone. Profs look to push it into the Penn State end. Kept in by Cohen. Cohen fires one in, kicked away to the corner. Meldrum pressuring, now goes behind the net. Going after it's Penrod, almost runs into the referee, but now throws it behind, looking for Meldrum, who goes after it. And Penn State tries to dump it out, but they can't. Fired in front by Cohen. Pushed away by the Ice Lions, as now they'll possess and take their time coming up the ice. Adam Johnson with the puck, flicks it forward. Profs able to get possession of it. Johnson keeps it in for Penn State, and now we have a whistle. They'll say it went over, another offsides.
Yep. And the referee might have been signaling a hand pass there as well, so the Profs will definitely be looking to maintain possession, maintain momentum as the period continues. They haven't had that many shots on net, but when they've had quality opportunities, they've been very good scoring chances. But Trevor Rucci did a good job of just burying the one chance that he had. Short-handed.
Puck behind the Profs net. Cohen tried to clear it, hit off the referee in the corner. And Penn State able to keep it in. Puck thrown towards the net. It gets deflected away towards the corner. Rowan tries to wrap it around again. It's kept in. And now puck goes out of play. It will be a face-off. So far, Rowan up 1-0. The goal from Trevor Rucci on the breakaway. And that's what the Profs needed to do. Right now, Penn State's playing a solid defensive game. Profs, sure, have they missed some opportunities in front of the net? Yes, they have, but you got to take advantage of the ones that are given to you on a silver platter, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, Trevor Rucci had a breakaway from the blue line in, and he was able to bury it past. I don't know if it went off of the glove of Karapandi or if it went in between his arm and his pad, but it leaked through. He got a piece of it. And when you're the goaltender, when you feel that you got a piece of it, but it still leaks through, that's probably one of the worst feelings that a goaltender can have.
Always makes you feel like you could have had that one or you should have had that one, despite the odds in a one-on-one being against the goalkeeper.
His positioning was absolutely solid. I think the speed of the shot by Trevor Rucci is what allowed it to sneak through.
Ashford up the ice along the boards, being pressured by Ramos, trying to get around Ahern. Sam Ahern in the corner with Nick Ramos. Puck fighting for it to Ahern again. Two from each team behind the net. Now the puck finally pokes free, and Penn State with possession. Loose puck behind the net. Backhand kicked away by Kalila. Profs looking to get possession in the corner, and they do. Stick handling up the ice for Rowan is Alex Ahern. Ahern fires one in towards the net, goes wide. He'll chase after his own shot. Castorina on the ice now for Rowan, along with Thurston Scone. And Matthew Meldrum. Meldrum can't corral it along the boards. Castorina going after a loose puck, and here come the Ice Lions. Up the ice, Gertz squaring across, shot wide of the net. Almost put in by Adam Alavi, the team's leading goal scorer on the season.
Well, that's the guy you want to have the puck on his stick. He received the pass across the middle of the ice right through the slot, and he just shanked it. It's a good defensive pressure. I believe that was Christie on the back check that was able to get, not allow him to have a good clear shot. But Penn State's getting their chances.
Puck behind the net with the Ice Lions. They'll take it around. Thurston Scone able to get a piece of it. Puck still on the boards. It popped up in the air. Some confusion as to who was going to get it for Penn State, and the referee blows the whistle saying it tipped off of the netting. It'll be a face-off, and Andrew, this is an interesting matchup. We had talked about it going into the pregame. Profs team 15-0, looking to become 16-0, but take all that aside. The last time these two teams played was right here in Hollydell Ice Arena last season. This Penn State team got the better of Rowan, winning 5-3 on the road.
Well, and that was the success that we were talking about that Penn State had before.
There's a shot in front from Conlon, saved by Carapandi, and Profs still with it. Loose puck behind the net. Ryan Conlon chases after it. Ice Lions wrap it around. Rowan keeps it in the zone. Penn State can't quite clear it out. Now they finally do, up to Matt Wickman. Wickman gets it poked away, but able to get it behind the net. Pass in front, blocked away by Rowan. Loose puck still again. And this time, Rowan able to come out with it, but then they turn it over. Shot on Colella. He gloves it. Wrister came from Dayton Collins.
Well, what we were trying to say in that last sequence was Penn State, the last number of years, their Division II club team has had a lot of success on the road. They travel a lot. They're used to it. They're not as tired as other teams may be. So like I talked about in the pregame, this isn't a cakewalk for the Profs at all. And you can clearly tell by the way Penn State's standing up against the Profs, not allowing a lot of quality opportunities. They're doing all of the little things well, what it takes to win a hockey game.
Puck along the boards. Fighting for it are the Ice Lions. Coming out with it, though, is the Profs as Penrod wraps it around. Looking for Rucci, but it's intercepted by Penn State. They keep it in the zone. 4:50 left to go in the first period. A 1-0 lead for the Profs. Rowan going to dump it out, and they get it over the blue line. Penn State able to get possession, though, in the neutral zone. Skating up the ice with it, Horgus. Horgus on the backhand, pass in front, blocked away by Rowan, and they come around the boards. Out of their own defensive zone. Puck over the blue line, shot fired in on the netminder and Carapandi, and Bobby Penrod gets a little bit of an extra shove from Horgus. Puck frozen, it'll be a face-off in the Ice Lions defensive end.
I think if you compare this game, the pace of this game so far, to other games that the Profs have played, it's a bit slower, more stoppages than they're used to. It's something that they have to be aware of going into the second period, what adjustments they're going to make. They're skating extremely well. They're putting pressure defensively. It's just a matter of getting their rhythm offensively going.
Well, that's what we've been accustomed to seeing from the Profs. A very high-speed, agile team. Probably one of the best skating teams in the entire country at this level. And they just run you into the ice as best they can, which is why later in games is where you start to see them pour on a majority of their goals. Because teams are just completely exhausted once you hit late in the second and then for a majority of the third period as it's wrapped around. Chasing after it, Christie. Trying to win it. Fighting for it and loose puck in front. Penn State gets a shot off, but it's blocked away, and the Profs able to dump it out of the zone. Hits off the skate of the referee, still crossed over the blue line. Delarose tried to corral it along the boards, couldn't quite do that. Crossing the blue line, nice stick handling from Lesenkoy. Backhander, saved by Colella, wrapped around.
Puck ends up in the Rowan bench. That's probably the 20th time the puck has been deflected either into the netting or the bench area. Face off at the center ice circle.
Face off. Comes away with the Profs. Lesnikov couldn't get it for Penn State. It's behind the net for Rowan and wrapped around by Jared Kratzner. Shot in front, off the pad of Colella, goes behind the net. Penn State starting to apply some pressure on Colella as Rowan is able to dump it down. Profs chasing after it. Delarose couldn't get there. And Rowan will get the loose puck. It's Kratzner. Push forward. Penn State comes away with it, possessing in their own end. Crossing the blue line for the Ice Lions, Tanner Blacker. Now fight for the puck along the boards. It's kept in. Ice Lions shot on net, it's in! Deflects through as the initial shot coming off the stick of Dayton Collins. And then redirecting it home, Ryan Long, the alternate captain out of Rockford, Illinois.
That's exactly the response Penn State wanted in this game. You notice the shift before that. The top line for the Profs, the law firm line was out there, didn't touch the puck the entire time. That's what Penn State has to do. That's a beautiful picture of what Penn State's going to have to do. Ryan Conlon didn't touch the puck. Chris didn't touch the puck. And the Profs were on their heels the entire time. They were off. They were tired. And the very next shift, Penn State came back.
Penn State able to even this one up at a goal apiece. Ice Lions pushing it forward. Cross-ice pass intended for Frailing. And Profs able to dump it back in as they got possession. Ramos behind the net. Can't quite get possession of the puck. Wrapped all the way around. Profs able to get it in the corner. Shot blocked it into the netting. As Penrod, another hard angle shot, but he'll take the ones he can get.
Well, and that's the thing you can notice. We talked about it before, the Profs and their number of chances that they're getting. As the top line comes back out for this offensive zone face-off. The quality chances that the Profs are getting in this game, it's not the usual high number that we normally see. Even though we're only in the first period, it's about to end, you would still expect the Profs to have something a little bit more.
See if Rowan can snatch the lead. Back a minute 45 left to go in the first period. Good stick handling on the boards. Push forward, wrister, kicked away as Chris Conlon got the pass from Anthony Delarose. Shot back on target and held onto by Karapandi.
Well, just as I say that, the Rowan Profs come back with a chance. Delarose actually had a chance in the middle of the ice. He took it to the slot, and he tried to pass it off to Chris Conlon, who was at the left or the right face-off circle. He actually had a chance to shoot it, but he chose to pass it off.
Up here, it looked like Delarose was going to take that shot. He held it so long, maybe just trying to bait the goalie. But puck in the Profs defensive end, loose puck rattling around. Colella doesn't know where it is, and it's behind the net. Profs able to get possession. Thrown around the boards. Penn State can't keep it in, chasing after Chris Conlon. Conlon in front, looking for Ryan Conlon. Back to Chris, shot! Blocked away, a great defensive play. Coming off the stick of Sammy and Tabby. That's a goal-saving play right there.
That's a huge bullet that Penn State just dodged. The top line having a scoring chance like that. The Conlon brothers not able to connect the way that they normally do.
And we have a hit off the puck. Chris Conlon got an extra shove from Adam Johnson. And it looks like he'll be the one going to the box. We'll have to see. Penalty arms up. Right now, still 5 players on the ice for both teams. And no one's heading to the box. They're going to change the call, it looks like.
I don't think the referee ever made the call. I think that the puck was stopped, and I think the reason the ref had his arm up in the air was to tell the linesman not to drop the puck. But that hit clearly happened after the whistle, and I'm very surprised that there was not some sort of call made.
Well, the arena started playing the penalty box music. So we were up here, thought there's got to be a penalty. You saw the arm up, heard the music. Guess the referee and the scores table wasn't on the same page. Now 12 seconds left to go in the first period. Still tied up at 1. Penn State with an opportunity crossing over the blue line. Wrist shot, scores! And just before the stroke of the period ends, it's Dayton Collins with a quick wrister, beats Colella, and it's 2-1 Ice Lions.
Well, and you look at the transition game. He carried the puck from his own red line, the center ice line, through the blue line. He skated to the left side, and that was a seeing eye shot. Really, that's a shot that Colella needs to stop with 5 seconds to go in the first period. But maybe he didn't see it. Maybe his angle was cut off. He was lower than he should have been. Picked the top right corner of the net. And now Penn State's in the driver's seat going into the second. And
that'll do it for the first period as time runs out in the first of 3 frames, and right now, Andrew Rowan down 2-1. Obviously, the goal from Dayton Collins put the Ice Lions on top with just 5 seconds left to go in the first period. A defensive lapse for the Profs, and now they're behind.
Well, and that's why they have to play a continuous 20-minute game. Play whistle to whistle. I think they were lapsed just a little bit when it came to the period ending. And like I said, it was a seeing eye shot. I saw him go to the left side of the net, to Kalela's right side. I thought he was going to throw it to the net and somebody was going to be there, but he actually took the shot. And I saw the back of the net move, and you gotta call it as you see it. That was a tremendous shot.
That shot from Dayton Collins puts the Ice Lions up at the break. 2-1 is the score at the end of the first period. We'll be right back with second period action right here on RTN Channel 5.
Production support provided in part by Sacanti's Italia Pizza of Glassboro. Sacanti's Pizza is located at 321 Mullica Hill Road in Glassboro, New Jersey. Order online at www.sacantis.com or call 856-881-4412. Sacanti's is a proud supporter of RTN Channel 5.
Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM is Rowan's very own award-winning collegiate radio station, servicing South Jersey and parts of Philadelphia and Delaware. At Rowan Radio, students have the opportunity to get hands-on experience as an on-air DJ, playing the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, as well as being able to host talk shows and specialty shows. WGLS also offers members the ability to work in audio mixing and editing. For more information about the station, visit www.rowanradio.com and tune in to the music that matters.
Gallery West, located in Westby Hall, displays student artwork and spotlights artwork all along the building. There's 2 galleries. One is located on the 2nd floor in 207, and the main gallery is located on the 1st floor. Gallery West hours are open from Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come on out and be mesmerized by all the artwork Gallery West has to offer.
Never walk to class again. The Rowan University Shuttle is one of the many services that makes life easier at Rowan. The internal shuttle goes around the Glassboro campus starting at 7 a.m. at the Rowan Boulevard Apartments and does not stop running until after midnight. On Wednesdays and Fridays, starting at 6 p.m., the shuttle goes to the Glassboro Shopping Center. So if you need to get to class or get some shopping done, the Rowan internal shuttle will be there for you. For more information on times and shuttle stop locations, go online to rowan.edu/shuttle.
Rowan University is committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and creating an active culture that helps preserve the environment. For protects the planet and leave a smaller carbon footprint. Consider walking or biking as an alternative to driving. Recycle and invest in a reusable water bottle. At Rowan, students care about the environment. Join us in the practice and promotion of environmentally responsible choices.
Do you need access to the tools and resources to help you with your class projects and papers, or maybe just find a quiet area to study? Well, Rowan's Campbell Library is the best place for you. Volunteers at the Writing Center can help you improve your writing skills in a one-on-one environment. Study rooms can be reserved for group activities, studying, or even just to hang out and collaborate. So come on by the Campbell Library and see what's in store to help you succeed.
Ever wonder what it would be like to share the sky with the stars? The Rowan Planetarium provides a glorious, visually stunning experience of viewing our galaxy in a way you never have before. The Cosmic Castaway Show dives into the meaning of the Sol system. The Rowan Planetarium, located at Rowan Science Building. To learn more about special shows and events, go online at rowan.edu/planetarium.
Ever wondered what activities there are outside of class? Rowan After Hours is a great way to entertain yourself, learn about things you previously did not know, and have the ability to socialize with other students on campus. Students will have fun with game night, free food, music, and much more. Every week there are different themes with different activities. RA takes place late nights, Thursday through Saturday. Come out, explore the activities, and most importantly, it's free. So be sure to check the RA calendar for fun events that you and your friends can attend each week.
Stuck on that pesky paper you have to do and just feel like giving up? Well, don't. Come to the Writing Center in Rowan's Campbell Library and get the help you so desperately need. An enthusiastic team of tutors eagerly awaits to help you with any of your scholarly writing needs. Need some help? Come visit the Rowan Writing Center on the first floor of Campbell Library.
Hey Rowan students, looking for a fun way to get involved in campus activities? And join RTN, the Rowan Television Network. RTN offers positions in front of and behind the camera where students can experience the field of television production. They produce sports, news, and entertainment programming. All available to stream online or on campus on Channel 5.
Meetings are held on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. in King Auditorium.
For more info, head to rtnch5.com. RTN, your station, your story.
Are you a military veteran or the child of a veteran? The Veterans Affairs Office at Rowan University offers educational benefits to veterans and their families in the form of scholarships, financial aid, work-study programs, and more. The office is at the Academic Success Center on the 3rd floor of Savitz Hall and has walk-in and scheduled appointment times, including some evening hours. To learn more, call 856-256-4233, email veteransaffairsoffice@rowan.edu, or visit sites.rowan.edu/veterans. Serving those who have served us.
And we are back here at Hollydell Ice Arena in South Jersey for the Division II men's ice hockey game between the Penn State Ice Lions and Rowan University Profs. I'm Andrew Torres alongside Marc Acchitelli for the start of the second period. After one, Penn State leads Rowan by the score of 2-1, and it was a back-and-forth first period, Marc, and I think that it was a defining period for Penn State coming against a red-hot Rowan ice hockey team.
Yeah, it's a big period for Penn State, of course. We all know Rowan got on the board early. Trevor Rucci, of all ways, a shorthanded goal, capitalizing on an Ice Lions mistake. Penn State able to respond thanks to a goal from Ryan Long, a beautiful setup pass. And then, of course, right before the period ended, we saw with 5 seconds left, a wrister fired home from Dayton Collins to put the Ice Lions up by a score of 2-1, which we're at now.
Yeah, momentum was one of the things we talked about in the pregame, and we'll see how it goes as both teams are collecting at their respected benches, getting ready for second period action. Penn State will be skating from our right to the left, and Rowan will be going from the left to the right as both goaltenders are ready in net. Colella for the Profs looked pretty good for the most part in that first period, except for the final shot of that first period with 5 seconds to go. And the goaltender for Penn State, Karapandi, looked phenomenal throughout most of those parts. Even the shot that went through from Trevor Rucci, he got a piece of it, and it was a very stoppable puck.
Yeah, Karapandi has looked sharp all night long. Obviously just one of a little bit of a mental slip on that turnover and goal by Trevor Rucci. Already got a piece of it, probably could have had it, but give Rucci props to score on the one-on-one opportunity. But still, Rowan, they're going to need to dig a little bit deeper than they've had to dig all season long, considering they've been on top for a majority of the contest this year.
Yep, as Ryan Conlon wins the faceoff forward, taken by Pellerose. Skating down the right side, centers it out in front. Chris Conlon on the back header, tipped in front, and they score! Chris Conlon to Ryan, and the Profs, just 9 seconds into this second period, have tied it at 2.
That's what happens. Early start to the second period. Boy, did head coach Dan Diamante probably have something to say to them going into the intermission, and they've responded, as you said, just 9 seconds in. They even it back up. How about the play from the Profs?
That's the Conlon brother combination right there. It's deadly at times, and it strikes whenever you're not expecting it, even when it's right off the bat into the period. As Cohen takes the puck, dumps it into the corner, and it's wrapped around. Taken by Pellerose, centers it out in front. Cohen will get it. Looks to take a shot, and it goes wide. Battling for possession. Ryan Conlon all the way back for the Profs. Looks to go cross ice. It's deflected off of the stick of Penn State as Rowan looks to exit the zone. Pellerose goes to get it as Penn State's able to lift it and clear it, but he turns it over. Chris leaves it for his brother Ryan. Ryan's shot's blocked in front. Pellerose gets to it, and Cohen will throw it around for Chris Conlon. Centers it out in front. Pellerose a shot over the glove hand of the Penn State netminder as the Profs are looking to add pressure. Taking it in the corner is Collins. Looking to skate out now. Collins will dump it into the zone. Going around the right corner. Cohen picking it up for the Profs. Batted down is Nicholas Ramos. Meets it into the corner. Taking it now for Penn State is Brzeznicki. Skating it ahead is Wickman down the right side with a step on Ahern. Centers it out in front as Penrod has to clear it. Kept in the zone. Back to Wickman. Cuts to the slot looking for a shot. Stop, rebound, scores! Penn State comes right back. Ryan Long, his second of the game. And the Ice Lions grab a 3-2 lead. 2 quick goals to start this second period.
Well, when you let Wickman get in front of the net like that, almost untouched, things can happen. It's just unfortunate. Colella couldn't control the rebound. Came right onto the stick of Ryan Long, and if he would have missed that one, he probably would have been sent to the bench.
I probably wouldn't have seen a shift after that, but as again, it's about, we've seen quick responses in this game so far. Now Penn State is leading as the official comes to the side. As there seems to be a commotion. The referee's talking to somebody below us. And it looks like play is going to resume as the top line for the Profs is back out there with the Ahern brothers on defense. Winning it back is Penn State. Number 14, Adam Johnson, battling with the Conlon brothers. De La Rose looking to gain some offensive zone time as Johnson throws it around, taken by Chris Conlon at the half wall. Shot deflected up and out of play by his brother Ryan.
That's what you got to do if you're the Profs. Right now, after the ice line's able to answer your game-tying goal and take the lead right back, throw shots on target. That's how we saw the second goal, a backhander that was deflected by Conlon into the back of the net. Rowan's just got to take whatever opportunities present themselves.
It's been a scrappy game so far, I would say. It's a lot of stoppages, a lot of inconsistency when it comes to the way that the game has kind of unfolded. As the top line for the Profs, the law firm line as they're called, remain out there. As the Ahern brothers are on the defense. Sam with the puck turns it over at center ice. Tries to get it back into the corner. Being pursued by number 5, Dylan McLaughlin. Now it's taken by number 3 for the Penn State, Brendan Horgus. Dumped around the boards. Shot deflected out of play by the stick of Colella.
That's Wade Ashford over there from the boards, able to fire a shot in. Colella had to get across his crease, got a stick on it, went out of play. But right now what we're seeing is high-powered offense from both teams. Penn State just able to capitalize on it in the ladder and able to take the lead.
Penn State wins the faceoff, but it goes all the way out as the second line for the Profs. Trevor Rucci, the captain's line. For Penn State, it's McLaughlin. Leaving it for number 12, Brian Nelson, but it's turned over, and Penn State looks to gain the offensive zone as the captain of this Penn State team, Brendan Horgus, a junior, turns it over. It's taken by Cowan, dumps it into the corner, and it's picked up by Horgus again. And in the corner is Nelson. Trying to get it out. Can't on the backhand. Gets it to center ice, and it's picked up by Cohen. He's got a man on him. Off a skate. Remains in center ice, and now it's Christie finally able to dumping it in. Trevor Rucci applying pressure, captain on captain. Nelson trying to get it up the boards. Penrod centered it out in front as McLaughlin bangs it back out to center. Cohen fanned on the shot, regains control. Dumps it cross ice into the corner. Del Rose in the corner, battling with Horgus. Taken by Ryan Conlon, fanning on the pass out in front. Looks for the cross ice pass, deflected to the other side. It's Chris Conlon. Centers it out in front. Delarose trying to get a shot away. And a stoppage of play as the puck ends up being loose. The referee quick to the whistle. Ryan Conlon questioning the decision. But there was a stoppage of play.
Certainly was a stoppage of play. We're hearing the music again. We might have an ice line player going to the box. Instead, it's going to be a prof, and it's Ryan Conlon.
Not sure what the penalty was. I didn't see an official call, but in either case, the Profs are going to be shorthanded here. Wickman on the faceoff, loses it out in front. Alex Ahern on the backhand, tries to get it out. Keeping it in. It's number 27, Dayton Collins, battling behind the net. Sam Ahern. 3-on-1 as Ahern's continuing to try to get the puck loose. Wickman back to the point. Nelson looks to square up a shot. Wickman a shot off the blocker of Colella. Nelson keeps it in. Loses it to Alex Ahern. And now it's turned over to Nelson. Tries to get it back in the corner. A high hit on Ahern. No call again. Wickman in the corner. Gets it back to the point. Collins winds up, shoots, blocked by Pelrose. Doesn't know where the puck is. And he's finally able to clear as the Profs go for a change.
Profs get lucky so far on the penalty kill. Quite a few shots from the ice lines. Unfortunately for Penn State, nothing's really gotten through, but the Profs staying in front of the net. That's what you're going to have to do. These ice lines can really snipe shots from anywhere inside the offensive zone.
Carrying it in is number 13, Ian Straczynski. Leaves it at the point for Horgus. Back to the point, receiving it. Winds up, takes the shot into the midsection of Colella, and he'll hold on and get the stoppage.
Last time we saw this Penn State power play, they had a costly turnover in their own end where Trevor Rucci was able to turn around and get a shorthanded goal. And with him being back out on the ice, hopefully he'll try and do it again.
Cohen on the turnaround. Straczynski leaves it. Rucci went between his legs as the puck exits the offensive zone, and Penn State will have to regroup at center ice. Wong skating down the right side, looks to cut to the middle. Collided with the referee as Straczynski takes it at the left point, centers it out in front to McLaughlin, holds, continues to wait, takes a shot, he scores! Dylan McLaughlin, a power play goal, and it's 4-2 Penn State.
How about that stick handling from Dylan McLaughlin? He looked like he was going to shoot it the first time, went on the backhand, skated backwards, did it a second time, and then this time he rifled it past the blocker of Kalela.
You kind of have to wonder, you know, the Profs are, it looked like on the penalty kill they were just kind of standing around a little bit, maybe staying back, and it obviously backfired. And a stoppage of play is Kalela.
Maybe Rowan was a little bit afraid to overcommit. That's what happens when you're down 5-on-4. You want to stay compact, make sure you're in the shooting lanes. Unfortunately, right there for the Profs, McLaughlin was able to create a shooting lane of his own.
As the face-off is won back to the point. Shot deflected up against the glass off the stick of Kalela. Taking it in the corner is Wickman, battling with the defenseman. Avoids the hit from Ryan Conlon. Cohen with it. Stick handles, bangs it off the glass and out as Penn State looks to regroup. Chipping it back in, going into the corner to get it for the Profs is Cohen. Hard hit in the corner as Delarose loses it from Chris Conlon. Chris gets it back, trying to skate it through the middle. Can't control. Wickman. It's collected by Cohen. Looks to fire it up the ice, taken by Bobby Penrod. Looks to cut to the middle. A long shot off the goalpost. Right over the blocker's shoulder. And now it's McLaughlin coming the other way. Can't get through the two Rowan defenders. As Cohen takes it. Chris Conlon deflects it. Goes to the bench for a change. Now it's Nelson. As Penrod dumps it all the way into the Penn State zone. Getting it in the corner. Penrod pressuring. Sam shooting it in. Goes all the way around. Nicholas Ramos picks it up. Going back into the corner. Johnson loses control. Ahern dumps it all the way back in. Taken by number 7, Brandon Gentz. Puck exchanging hands at center ice, and icing is coming up, and it's waved off as the defenseman, Adam Johnson, touched it, and Johnson will take it, throw it ahead. It's intercepted by Bobby Penrod off the boards. Going back, Nicholas Ramos to the net. Penalty coming up.
Profs bench wants a penalty shot, but it looks like it's just going to be a trip.
I heard there were multiple fans to the right of us also calling for a penalty shot.
It's one of those close calls. It looks like he's on a breakaway, but at the same time, they're almost so neck and neck, stride for stride.
We'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsors. Production support provided in part by Sacanti's Italian Pizza of Glassboro. Sacanti's Pizza is located at 321 Mulligan Hill Road in Glassboro, New Jersey. Order online at www.sacantis.com or call 856-881-4412. Sacantis is a proud supporter of RTN Channel 5. Profs are on the power play now. Cohen at the point, drops it off for Delarose. Long seeing eye shot. Referee waved it off. It looked like it went off the post. From our angle, it looked like it hit the post, went back into the center of the net, but the Profs are still down 2 goals as the power play continues.
It's unfortunate. Delarose just getting a shot off. All that traffic in front of the net almost deflects through, but instead they're going to say it hits the pipe and stays out. That's the second time this period Rowan's hit the post. Bobby Penrod rifling one off the crossbar a few minutes ago.
While on the power play, the Profs get a chance to climb back into this game. Trevor Rucci loses the face-off, and it's taken by Horgas. Tries to clear it out, gets it back to the point by Cohen, who intercepts it with his glove. Waits, looks to make a play. Long shots blocked off the knee pad. Rucci over to Delarose. Penrod in the corner, spins, sends it behind the net. Both captains going at it. Trevor Rucci picks it up. Tries to get it back to the point. He does. Over to Cohen. Delarose. Long shots blocked. Good job of getting into the lane there. For Penn State was number 27, Dayton Collins. Cohen battling for it in the corner with Horgus. Ryan Conlon also in there. Horgus takes a tumble. Trying to get it out in front. And now Penn State can clear and get off the ice as Collins hobbles over to the Penn State bench. Delarose picks it up for the Profs. Skating it out of his own zone, being pressured by McLaughlin. McLaughlin fell down as Delarose tried to go into his own bench. Wasn't able to make it. And now Colella will leave it for Frank Christie.
Since scoring early on in this second period, the Profs just can't buy a goal as they've had multiple opportunities even on this power play.
Trevor Rucci looks to center it out in front. Penrod let it go, and now it's all the way outside of the zone. Christie takes a tumble. McLaughlin leaves it, trying to get it out in front. Was Brian Nelson going nose to nose with Sam Ahern, and McLaughlin joins him and gives Ahern a little shove.
A lot of talking out there from both teams, and you could tell, especially after that last goal to make it 4-2, the celebration was specifically geared at trying to upset the Profs and maybe incite them a little bit, and that's what's kind of happened. Both these teams trying to get on each other's nerves.
Yep, and 9 seconds to go on the Prof power play. A lot of chirping going out there, a lot of pushing and shoving after whistles. Coming in to take the face-off for the Profs, it's number 22, Thurston Shawn. Ahern behind the net. Bounced out in front. Penn State didn't know where it was. It's turned over, and now Christie has to take it into the corner. Being pressured by Penn State as the penalty kill comes to an end for Penn State. Christie throws it ahead. Long shoot in. Ahern going to the other side, going up against number 29 for the Penn State Ice Lions. Meldrum tries to chip it out. Can't, finally does. Hard shoot in by number 42 for Penn State, Nate Schumann. Behind the net, it's Ahern again, off the glass, all the way down. And icing will be the call.
Well, Meldrum's got a lot of speed going down the ice, but not that much speed. No way he was going to be able to beat out that icing call. Got to appreciate the hustle. Right now, though, Andrew, this Profs team, they just can't buy a goal. Had plenty of opportunities, hit the post twice. You saw in the power play, Penn State's really getting into this one. A lot of block shots from the point. Rowan's got to fix that.
Shawn on the faceoff for the Profs. Going up against Collins, one of the goal scorers for Penn State. And it looks like Collins is going to get tossed from the faceoff. Stepping in is number 97, Matt Whitman. Battling for it for possession. Penn State gets possession, and unfortunately they cleared it out of their own offensive zone. Collin loses it at center ice. Wickman goes for it up against Frank Christie. Loses his stick in the boards. Might have hit a stanchion, but Collins regains it for Penn State. Skating, tries to get by Christie. Ahern behind the net. Christie throws it. Now it's taken by Johnson. Now Penn State has the offensive chance. Out in front, and Christie, a diving block, saved a goal there. And the puck is cleared all the way down. Last touched by a Penn State player, so no icing as Delarose pressures Penn State. The puck comes all the way out. Johnson throwing it ahead. Straczynski down the left side. Shot goes off of the arm of Colella. Centered out in front. A backhander rising over the glass and high. Horgus centers it out in front. A block by Ahern. Another block by Ahern. Diving effort defensively by the Rowan Prof alternate captain. Straczynski taking it all the way back to the point. Kips it in. Horgus tipped in front. Taking a tumble. And the puck finally goes out. Ryan Conlon as Horgus just has to dump it in as both teams tried to get a change going. And now we got an on-man break. A 2-on-1. Delarose with Chris Conlon. Delarose waited. Delarose. Chris Conlon in the corner. Cohen pinching in along the boards. Delarose again. Tried to center it out to Ryan. Chris! Long shot's deflected. Oh, and it goes over the top of the net. Chris back to the point. Long wrister into the body of a Penn State defender. It's number 4, Jared Kratzner. And now Penn State's just trying to settle it down a little bit. Taken by Jared Cowan. Long shot's blocked. Into the corner. Bobby Penrod battling with Horgus. Horgus passes it ahead, and now it's Kratzner throwing it out, and now it's thrown back in by Ashford.
Both these teams just putting their bodies on the line non-stop.
Bobby Penrod, a shot. Smothered and held by Karapandy. And Rowan's, it looks as if their game is slowly starting to turn around a little bit. They got a long ways to go, but it looks like they're starting to turn it around.
Well, there's plenty of time left in the game, but both these teams defensively, all these players just throwing their bodies on the line. Frank Christie, perfect example. Penn State was there to knock home what would have made it a 3-goal deficit for Rowan, but Christie on his knees playing his best impression of A.J. Colella.
Good defensive play by Alex Ahern. Now Rowan's going the other way. Trevor Rucci skating down the right side. Looks to make a play. Throws it off of the glove of the Penn State netminder. Rucci gets it back in the corner. Being hooked a little bit. Nicholas Ramos has it. Looking to center it out in front. Off of a defender. And now Penn State goes the other way. Going to get it for Penn State is number 29. And it's turned over at the blue line. Bobby Penrod with Nicholas Ramos. Long wrister blocked, but it goes on net, and it's patted away by Karapandy. Skating it ahead, number 26, Lesnikov, as the play is offside. A little bit of back and forth action here, but again, it's Rowan trying to find themselves making it a little bit more consistent as the top line for the Profs is out there. Conlon, and Delarose.
This period as a whole has certainly just been better than the first when it comes to energy. Both teams flying all over the ice.
Delarose flying down the right side. He shoots, he scores! Skating right, shooting back left, and Delarose cuts the deficit. It's 4-3.
Anthony Delarose showing that speed as he goes down the near side wing, and you're right, faked the shot, stopped on a dime, loaded up, and just wristed one past Karapandy. Nothing the netminder can do about that, and that's the goal the Profs needed for most of this period.
Yep, and they got it. Their hard work paid off. Cowan taking it. Anthony Delarose getting the goal for the Profs, getting them back into this hockey game. A collision at center ice. Wickman with it for Penn State, throwing it across ice to Collins, who is now without a glove as he skates over to the bench. Deflecting it into the corner is Ryan Long for Penn State. Wickman battling in the corner with Cohen. Wickman looking to make a play, skates it back to the point, gets it over to Horgus. Horgus throws it behind the net. Battling for position is Long with Cohen. McLaughlin leaves it. Delarose gets it out, but only as far as center ice. Cohen picking it up for the Profs. Long pass deflected off of the stick of Nicholas Ramos as the puck makes contact with the netting.
These two teams, they just won't let up, and that's what you love to see here in the second period. And as you had said, there's plenty of time left in this game. It's a 4-3 game. It's lived up to the hype right now. The quality of these two teams, the hockey they're playing on the ice, is so exciting to watch.
Penn State wins the faceoff, looking to dump it in, only as far as just across the blue line as Alex Ahern tried to get it through. Second line for the Profs on the ice. Nicholas Ramos dumps it into the zone. Going back to get it in the corner is Horgus. Pressured by Trevor Rucci. Horgus skating it up the ice. Throws it across, and it's taken by Alex Ahern. No icing. avoids the check from McLaughlin. Alex Ahern holding onto the puck. Shoots it up the boards. Bobby Penrod making contact. And it goes back to Alex Ahern over to Frank Christie. Christie looking to make a play, banks it off the glass, gets it out. No icing. Bobby Penrod pressuring number 23, Wade Ashford for Penn State, who threw it around. And it comes back to Alex Ahern. Across ice to Christie. Puck behind Christie, didn't know where it was for a second. Throws it back across dangerously in front of his own crease. And now it's taken away. Ryan Long for the Ice Lions looking to make a play. Shot was deflected into the corner as Christie. And the Profs almost had an odd man break as number 29 for the Profs, CJ Castorina, didn't know where the puck was, and now it's Ryan again. Rising shot over the shoulder of Colella. And that's Frank Christie. Long shift for this defensive pair for the Profs. Rucci gets it ahead, avoiding the check. Penn State looking to gain offensive zone time. Alex Ahern throws it ahead. And only getting one defenseman off is the Profs. Frank Christie tried to bat it out of midair. He does, but it goes to a Penn State player. Behind the net, it's Cohen. Being pressured by Wickman. Taken by Lesnikov. Christie centered it out in front, taken by Collins. Lesnikov tried to center it off of the skate of Ryan Conlon. Good keep again by Penn State as Cohen. Turns it over. Collins in front. Shot. Blocker save made. Wickman again in the corner. Centers it out in front. Taking it. Schumann looking to make a play out in front, and it's turned over to the Profs.
Penn State another opportunity going by the wayside. Colella keeping Rowan in this game right now.
Coming down to 2:20 to go in the second period. Deflected into the zone by Wickman. Going to get it is Cohen in the corner. Off the glass. Ryan Conlon picking it up. Dumps it all the way down on goal. No icing. And now it's taken by Johnson. Tried to make a play. Straczynski. And icing is the call. Play and the faceoff will go all the way back down into the Penn State zone. And now finally the Profs can get a defensive change as Frank Christie seemed like he was out there for an eternity.
That Profs line looked absolutely exhausted once the icing was called. They had to get off the ice. And this Penn State team, we talked a lot going into this game about how Rowan was the team that we expect to be high flying and a lot of teams can't keep up. Well, this Ice Lines team has kept up with Rowan all night long.
And that's sometimes even setting the pace themselves. McLaughlin tried to get it back to Nelson. Nelson in the corner, getting it to Straczynski. Chris Conlon with it, looks to make a play. Shot off the pad, back to the point. Sam Ahern. Ryan Conlon, a backhander, is stopped. Rebound out in front. Ryan Conlon gets it again in the corner. Out to the point. Looks to settle it down. Shot deflected wide. Ryan Conlon centered it out in front. Delarose off the blocker and over the top of the net. Puck is finally cleared out. Law firm line making things difficult for Penn State in their own zone.
How about Karapandy, the acrobatic, athletic save. He fell flat on his face while making that save. It was a rifle off the stick of Delarose. Profs almost capitalized.
Yep, and Sam Ahern dumps it into the corner, almost hitting the ceiling here at Hollydell Ice Arena. Trevor Rucci pressuring. Puck is taken by Penn State, looking to make a play, just getting it into the zone. And icing as Ryan Long was not over the center ice line. And Penn State's bench not happy with the icing call. And now they're just making sure the right players are coming back onto the ice.
Well, Rowan will take that for sure. Any chance in the Penn State end this period, they'll take gladly. And the Profs trying to tie it up. Under a minute left to go in the second period. They've been pestering the Lions for a majority of the bottom half of this second period. They're trying to get that reward they so desperately need.
Yeah, just making sure the right players are out there for the Ice Lions. Trevor Rucci on the face-off goes to the corner as there's 40 seconds left in the second period. Rucci centers it out in front off of the blocker. Bobby Penrod fanning on a shot. He had it, and it was a bouncing puck. Couldn't settle down. And going into the corner to get it is Ryan Long, battling with Penrod, centering out in front. Nicholas Ramos taking it for the Profs. Hit along the boards, and the puck goes back. Horgas picking it up for the Profs, or the Lions, excuse me. In the corner for the Profs. Sean leaving it for Ahern. Alavi losing it back. Puck goes all the way down. And that'll do it for the second period here at Hollydell Ice Arena between the Rowan University Profs and the Penn State Ice Lions. Marc, it was an exciting second period. We had a lot of more open ice action going back and forth. What's the key for the Profs getting back in this game into the third period?
Well, the key in the third period, you got to come out exactly how you came out in the second. Within 10 seconds, Profs were able to tie the game up. Obviously, Penn State, that probably woke them up a little bit. So what Rowan needs to do, come out flying again, and they need to take advantage of those opportunities again. They hit the post a few times, had a lot of shots blocked as well.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see how the Profs respond. Going to make some adjustments coming into the third period. That'll do it for second period action here at Hollydell Ice Arena. We'll be back for the start of the third period right here on RTN Channel 5. And we're back at Hollydell Ice Arena. After the second period, the Penn State Ice Lions are leading the Rowan University Profs by the score of 4-3. We're going to throw it down rinkside for an on-ice interview. And the Profs getting ready for the third period, and we're throwing it down rinkside.
Andrew, I'm here with Ryan Collin. He's number 25 for Rowan University. Ryan, you scored that goal within the first 9 seconds of the game. How did you feel when you scored that?
Yeah, in the locker room, we kind of had a talk. We know we had to get all over them, just get pucks deep and just get in on them. We had a plan right off the face-off to just push it in and get in on them deep, and luckily it worked out. I just turned through it on the net, and it went through the goalie's legs. Got a little bit of a lucky bounce, but, those are the goals we're going to need in this game.
Well, that was very impressive. I'm sure he impressed a lot of people. You guys are down 3-4 right now. How do you plan to bring that back?
Just keep playing how we did in the second period. I mean, we've been out shooting them and out chancing them, so as long as we keep that up, stay out of the box, I don't see why we can't come back and win this game.
Awesome. Go Profs. Back to you, Andrew. Thank you so much.
Mackenzie, and we will be right back here at Hollydell Ice Arena for the third period between Penn State.
I could barely hear myself.
I couldn't hear anything you guys were saying.
Really?
I couldn't hear it either. Derek, I was like, oh no, I want to say Derek, go back up. I was standing right there. He was like, stop doing it like this. And then they walk behind. Well, why was he so close to me?
How was that, okay?
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
So I'll listen to it back now.
Okay.
And I'll give you notes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I can take the mic. I would keep that with you. You're probably going to need it again.
Secconti's Italian Pizza of Glassboro. Production support provided in part by Secconti's Italian Pizza of Glassboro. Secconti's Pizza is located at 321 Mullica Hill Road in Glassboro, New Jersey. Order online at www.seccontis.com or call 856-881-4412. Secconti's is a proud supporter of RTN Channel 5.
Rowan Radio 89.7. Members the ability to work in mixing and editing. For more information about the station, visit www.rowanradio.com and tune in to the music that matters.
Gallery West, located in Westby Hall, displays student artwork and spotlights artwork all along the building. There's two galleries. One is located on the second floor in 207, and the main gallery is located on the first floor. Gallery West hours are open from Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come on out and be mesmerized by all the artwork Gallery West has to
Boulevard Apartments, and does not stop running. Or get some shopping done. The Rowan Intern Shuttle will be there for you. For more information on times and shuttle stop locations, go online to rowan.edu.
Protects the planet and leave a smaller carbon footprint. Consider walking or biking as an alternative. Rowan, students care about the environment. Join us in the practice and promotion of environmentally responsible choices.
Study rooms can be reserved for group activities. See what's in store to help you succeed.
Ever wonder? Provides a glorious, visually stunning experience of viewing our galaxy in a way you never have before. The Rowan Planetarium, located at Rowan's
Ever wondered what not know and have the ability to socialize with other students on campus? Students will have fun with game night, free food. Come out, explore the activities, and most importantly, it's free. Check the raw calendar for fun events that you and your friends can attend each week.
And just feel like giving up? Well, don't. The Writing Center in Rowan's Campbell Library to get the help you so desperately need. An enthusiastic team of tutors eagerly awaits to help you with any of your scholarly writing needs. Need some help? Come visit the Rowan Writing Center on the first floor of Campbell Library.
Ready to get involved in activities and join RTN, the Rowan Television Network. RTN offers positions in front of and behind the camera where students can experience the field of television production. Or on Channel 5.
p.m. in King Auditorium.
For more info,
their families scholarships.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into RTN Team's got 2 goals.
I think Penn State's done a much better job. Scoring lines, they just have to find a way to get it going, but it's going to be about a quarter here in the third period. The Profs.
Well, we'll have to see what happens with Rowan as both teams getting set to take the ice here for period action.
Looks like
after it for Rowan is Conlon. He loses out. Chris Conlon's still chasing after it. Profs with the puck, swinging across the ice. Chris Conlon across the blue line. Stick handling, loses control. McLaughlin comes out with it. Della Rose able to intercept for Rowan, but Penn State able to win it back. Straczynski up the ice now for the Ice Lions. Straczynski shot blocked away. Rebound comes out. And loose puck behind the net as Nelson tried to fire it home for Penn State. In the zone. Profs almost able to poke it away. And Nelson dumps it back in for the Ice Lions. Hits the netting, so we'll have a stoppage in play and a face-off.
Well, not the start that we had in the second period, but a couple of scoring chances. Della Rose made a good offensive play, taking the puck away from the Ice Lions defense. Good pressure by the Lions, though, as the face-off is in their offensive zone.
Well, Profs lose out in the face-off. Penn State comes away with it, but then it's a loose puck behind the net. Ice Lions still possessing at the point. Thrown on target by Nelson, blocked away, kept in still by the Ice Lions. And wraps around the back of the boards. It's Dayton Collins. Collins gets it back, fires a shot. It's Wickman, and it goes wide of the net and wraps around. Loose puck pushed forward into the neutral zone, all the way down now into the Penn State end. Retrieved and backhanded away by Penn State. Profs trying to pressure. Here comes Wickman along the boards, driving in towards the Profs net, fires a shot on Colella, saved away, rebound, comes back out to the point, wrister blocked away, another shot into the midsection of Colella before it's dumped all the way down. Chasing after it for Rowan is Kelly. Jake Kelly still fighting for it, gets tripped up, no call on the play, fires one in front, no one home. Rebound comes back out. Kelly behind the net, back in front, and taken away by Lesnikov. Puck behind the net. Dumped out, kept in by Rowan, however. They're able to keep it in at the blue line. There's a whistle. Looks like they're going to say it did exit the zone.
Well, it was Penn State, their bench was livid about a couple different things. Number one, there was a high hit on their captain. Horgus in the corner, penalty wasn't called. And the offside, it was delayed. The icing play, it looked as if there was going to be icing, and then the ref put his hand down, signaling that there wasn't going to be icing. Not sure why the ref put his hand down. It looked pretty clear that it was going to be.
Ryan Conlon fires a shot right into the midsection of Carapani. He'll freeze. Another face-off for Rowan. Conlon, and Delarose on the ice for the Profs right now. Kratzner out there as well. Along with Thurston Scone. Loose puck. Conlon poking away at it. Still in the zone. Delarose fighting for it for Rowan. A nice move. Gets it through the legs, but then it's turned over, and Straczynski up the ice. He's got McLaughlin to his right. Straczynski takes it himself, fires a shot in. Kalela corrals and freezes. It'll be a face-off in the Profs' end.
You know who I haven't seen in a while on the ice? I think we haven't seen Jared Stricken since the first period. I don't know if there's been an injury or I'm looking on the bench. I do not see him on the bench right now. Oh, no, he's sitting right there. But I haven't seen him on the ice for that much, but that's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Profs went to dump it out. Thrown back in by Straczynski. And it's going to be called an icing. Come all the way back into the end, as that wasn't Straczynski, it was Brendan Horgus, the captain of the Ice Lions, dumping it all the way down. Well, the bubble line out there for Rowan right now. Penrod, Rucci, and Ramos. Taking the face-off, Trevor Rucci loses out. Puck loose and now into the corner. Rucci chasing after, thrown on behind. Jared Cohen pressuring. He gets it from McLaughlin. Now Kratzner rifles it around the boards, chasing after it. Rucci can't get there. Loose puck. Ramos in front of the net. Hold, shoots. It's blocked and now held on to by Carapani.
Nicholas Ramos taking advantage of a fortunate bounce for Rowan. Just not able to elevate the puck up and over the sprawling goaltender.
Rowan knocking on the doorstep. 4-3 is the score. Ice Lions have the lead over the Profs. Cohen keeps it in. Along the boards, now it finally gets out as Cohen chasing after it with Wickman. Wickman fights his way to the puck, has a man across. Wickman gets it taken away. Good defensive effort from the Profs. Stick handling through the middle of the ice for Rowan. Shot fired in, kicked away, and into the netting. It was Trevor Rucci, the captain, got a shot off. It'll be a face-off in the offensive end.
Good chance for the Profs to get some offensive zone time. We'll see if they're able to take advantage of the situation here.
Well, Jake Kelly, first time we've seen him tonight in the third period. Puck behind the net, coming around and holding on to it. Johnson, he loses out. Turns it over, but the puck still retrieved by Schumann. Schumann behind the net, all the way down around the boards. No icing call as a Profs defender touched it. Now it's Ahern. Sam Ahern pushed it along. Meldrum couldn't quite get there for Rowan. Possession with the Ice Lines, but an interception by Milliken. Meldrum goes into the corner trying to go after it for Rowan. Meldrum loses out. Now here comes Long. Long's already got two tonight, looking for the hat trick. Fires a shot, and it's wide of the net.
Took a head first diver to the boards. Got up though. Looks like he's okay.
So here comes Meldrum. Across the blue line, still has it. Pass across, looking for Chris Conlon. It was intercepted, taken away by Horgus. Horgus across the blue line. Goes behind the net, circling around, puts one in front. Loose puck, nobody there. Now another shot blocked away and ricochets into the netting.
Close calls on both ends. Chris Conlon almost receiving the pass, and then back the other way. Ryan Long looking for the hat trick. Dished it out in front off of it looked like it went off of the skate of one of the Rowan defenders and fanning on the open net.
Puck along the boards. Now back in front, shot! What a save by Clowes! He dives across the crease. Keeps the Profs within one. Can they counter? Rowan down the near side. Scone tried to push it forward. Has on the backhand in front. Nobody able to get there as Ryan Conlon had his stick lifted. And up the ice come the Ice Lions. Nelson now at the point to Johnson. Johnson looking behind for Nelson. Nelson couldn't corral it. Kratzner has it for Rowan. Banks it off the boards. Profs get it out of the zone. Kratzner will get it back behind the net once again. Pushed up. Chris Conlon loses out, taken away from him by Antabi. Wickman gets it taken away from himself. Chris Conlon goes cross ice, finds Ryan. Ryan Conlon crosses the blue line. Stick handling shot, kicked away, and loose puck taken away by the ice lines. They'll dump it down. It's a big hit laid on by Jared Cohen. He absolutely knocked the stuffing out of Dayton Collins along the board.
He stepped it up and lined him up and didn't miss his target. Trying to get some momentum back for the Profs.
Get a turnover in the neutral zone. Bobby Penrod along the boards, being hooked, no call. Loose puck, Ramos chasing after, pushed along by Lesnikov. Up to Hickman. Hickman, right-handed wrister. Blocked away, and Profs come away with it again. We have a whistle on the ice.
Puck played with a high stick, so the face-off will remain in the Penn State zone to the right of their goaltender, Karapandi.
Trevor Rucci in to take the draw. There with Long. Long wins the draw for the Ice Lions. Johnson pushes it forward, and then it's attempt to throw it forward. Doesn't get through as Johnson gets it back. Johnson loses it. Now it's dumped all the way out. Outlet pass. Looking for Frailing. Frailing to Long. Long looking for the hat trick again. Shoots and he scores! Ryan Long nets a hat trick on the road here in South Jersey, and the Ice Lions go up 5-3.
And that's a good physical effort by the Penn State Ice Lions on that play. Trying to gain possession. Doing so, and Ryan Long fending off the defender. And with his reach, goes around the sprawled out Colella, and the Lions now have a 2-goal lead again.
5-3 is the lead for Penn State. Profs trailing again. Wrister off the crossbar from Dela Rose and hits the top of the ceiling.
Second time he's hit the post in this game.
Third time Profs have hit the post as a team. Karapandy's been beaten a few times. Could have been more, but Rowan just can't keep it down right now.
Unlucky bounces. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about them except keep going.
This Ice Lions team is some stiff competition for the Profs, as they're showing on the scoreboard with a 5-3 lead. 12:42 left to go in the third period. Puck along the boards. Kept in by the Profs. Going behind the net, going after it is Chris Conlon, but staying with it is Ashford. Ashford back to Horgus. Horgus banks it off the boards up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin over the blue line. Holding, losing control as Nelson went after it. Kept in, however, by Ashford, who throws it towards the net, deflects behind. Loose puck pushed up to Chris Conlon. Couldn't quite control it. Throws it off the boards. And Horgus throws it back into the Profs' end. Puck behind Rowan's net. Ryan Conlon. Puck turned over. Johnson throws it back in. Sam Ahern. Ahern stick handling over the blue line. Backhand pass blocked away. Loose puck. Ryan Conlon going after it. Tries to beat Krasinski there, and he does. Dela Rose has it on the stick. Backhand pass hits off the skate of an Ice Line defender, and the Ice Lions come the other way. It's Wickman. Wickman being pressured by Sam Ahern. Wickman gets around, pass across. Loose puck, nobody there. Johnson fires a shot in, and that wraps around the boards. At the point, thrown in, and deflects into the netting once again. Penn State really applying the pressure on the Profs here in the third period.
You know, it's really the first time that we've seen the Profs, you know, be hemmed in their own zone like this, and it's new territory for them. I'm interested in seeing how they respond with only 11 minutes to go in the third period, down by 2.
And we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, production support provided in part by Ciccotti's Italian Pizza of Glassboro. Ciccotti's Pizza is located at 321 Mulligan Hill Road in Glassboro, New Jersey. Order online at www.ciccottis.com or call 856-881-4412. Ciccotti's is a proud supporter of RTN Channel 5. as the Ice Lions with the puck in the Prof zone. Backhanded towards the net. Rebound comes back out. Hard angle shot. Wraps all the way around the board. Meldrum after it for Rowan. Down the far side of the ring. Guarded by Horgus. Meldrum still holds on to it, then gets thrown to the ground by Horgus, the captain for the Ice Lions, doing things on the defensive side of the puck. And now a shot is held onto and grabbed.
A little bit of a
Colella.
scuffle as the linesmen have to step in.
Oh, a little bit more than a scuffle. Tangled up. Trying to see that it looks like Kratzner. He's tangled up with a Ice Lion defender. That's Lesnikov, excuse me. And it looks like Lesnikov and Kratzner are both going to head to the penalty box. We're going to see our first 4-on-4.
Yep, and I think this is an opportunity for the Profs to show their speed a little bit. Get the Conlon guys out there. Get guys like Rucci and Penrod. Rucci's already out there, but here's a chance for the Profs to do something.
Well, it's a 4-on-4. Kratzner and Lesnikov head to the box. One from each team. Profs down by 2 goals, 5-3 is the score. The Ice Lions on top of Rowan. 4-on-4 is where the Profs can thrive. Open ice and a lot of speed is what helps the Profs. And by taking an extra skater off, they could be in business here. Let's see if they take advantage of it. Rowan possession behind the net. Christie throws it forward. It's Rucci. Rucci and Penrod cross the blue line. Rucci holds onto it. Looking for Penrod. Nobody there. Christie chasing after it along the boards. And the puck still inside the zone until it's dumped all the way out. Cohen stick handling his way through the neutral zone. Now pressured by Straczynski. Cohen. Still holding it. Pushes it forward. Christie turns it over as the Ice Lions have possession in their own zone. It's Schumann. He throws it cross ice, finds his man Straczynski. Now across the blue line, here comes Nelson. Shot, glove saved by Colella. Rebound behind the net, Profs come away with it. Profs along the near side boards. Rucci dumps it in. On to Karapandi. He'll freeze as he had Penrod coming in on him. It'll be a face-off.
Not so much back and forth as we thought it was going to be for the 4-on-4. The Profs do have an offensive zone face-off here with Conlon and Delarose. We'll see if they can do something with it.
And Ryan Conlon pass in front. Shot gloved by Karapandi. As Delarose was right in the slot, Ryan Conlon muscled his way to the puck to lay it in front. But how about the reflexes from Karapandi?
That's a good save, and Delarose had the chance again from almost the same spot he hit the post from earlier. He had a chance, and he shot it right at the glove.
Thrown all the way down by Horgus. And Wickman's able to beat Rowan to the puck. Wickman has it along the boards, being chased by Delarose. Delarose ends up winning it and comes across the blue line. Delarose into the neutral zone, now into the offensive end. Delarose pushes it to the corner, still chasing after it. Gets pushed off, and now here's Ryan Conlon to Delarose. He holds, shoots, wide of the net. Delarose had a little bit too long, but Chris Conlon back to the point. Sam Ahern, shot, blocked in front. Rebound comes out, Ahern gets it again. And now the puck out, and now it's in a breakaway. Ice Lion shot, Colella gets the save. Adam Alavi in one-on-one with AJ Colella. He's able to shut him down.
Well, there was a delay at the blue line of the Profs zone, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. Everybody seemed to just kind of stop moving, and the guy had a breakaway. Alavi had a clear-cut breakaway, and again, the goaltender for the Profs, Colella, just keeping them in the game so far.
Penrod was chasing after it. It was dumped back in. Rucci with it now for Rowan. Pass across, loose puck in front again. Wrister, Colella saves it again. AJ Colella stonewalls Brendan Gertz and continues to keep this a close game.
Back-to-back saves on clear-cut chances. Profs really got to start to getting it together. It's 8 minutes to go in the third, down by 2. They had one chance with Delarose. They got to figure it out.
Chasing after it. Rowan tries to get there. Now the loose puck around the boards. Profs trying to get possession of it. Fired towards the net. Kalela able to glove it, but then he'll leave it on the ice and push it forward to a teammate. Puck dumped in. Schumann chasing after from Penn State. Schumann forward. Puck kept in. Alex Ahern shot fired high of the net. And here come the Ice Lions. Long shoots again in the air. Save, rebound behind the net. Thurston Scone behind the net trying to win it for Rowan. Good stick handling by the Profs. Gets Ryan Conlon into the corner with Horgus. Puck taken away. Banked off the glass. Rowan keeps possession at the blue line. And it will be offsides as the puck hit off Ryan Conlon as he was trying to exit the zone.
Still trying to get their legs going a little bit, Rowan. The Conlon brothers are probably going to see a lot of ice time as we get closer and closer to the end of this third period.
Down by 2 goals, certainly not unattainable as Delarose in front to Conlon. Great defense from the Ice Lions. Loose puck again. Chris Conlon going after it. Now it hits off the netting. It'll be a face-off.
Referee saying, go ahead.
Chris Conlon was in front. Looked like he was almost tripped up,
yeah.
But they're going to say that they got the puck on the play, so there's no penalty.
Right. The referee was signaling with his hand that the puck was, or they got the puck and it was deflected, so.
Ryan Conlon throws Horgus off the puck, now behind the net, thrown around by Ashford. Nelson with Cohen. Cohen being pressured by Nelson behind the net. Cohen holds on. Along the boards to Chris Conlon. Chris Conlon, cross ice to Delarose. Delarose has a shot wide of the net. Rebound on the back of the net. Now it's loose in front. Ryan Conlon shot saved by Karapandi. Chris Conlon behind the net. Johnson takes it away, dumps it all the way down. It's going to be an icing on the Ice Lions, so no line change for Penn State. Rowan will get a face-off in Penn State's defensive zone.
Slowly but surely, they're getting their chances now. It's a matter of they're kind of feeling it out a little bit, but they're running out of time. 6:23 to go. You gotta get something quick.
Well, there's certainly time on the clock. 6:23. Shot wide of the net. There was another opportunity coming off the stick of Nick Ramos. Heavy hit by Bobby Penrod along the board, streaking up the ice. Straczynski, nice stick handling, good defense by Christie. Profs can't dump it all the way out. Loose puck again. And McLaughlin pushed it behind the net. It's intercepted by Rowan. Profs with a long outlet pass intended for Penrod. He couldn't corral it. Back. Johnson throws it up. Pass intercepted. Cohen. Looked like a slash. Going to be a slash called on Sammy and Tabby.
And that's the chance the Profs were looking for. Slash the stick right out of the hands of Cohen.
It's on Dylan McLaughlin, as you saw on the screen. McLaughlin, very frustrated, slammed the door twice and it wouldn't stay shut. Had to have his backup goaltender do it for him as he wanted no part of it.
Nope, and this is the chance the Profs need. They got to score quick on this power play with 5:48 to go in the third.
Loose puck, finds his way to Bobby Penrod. Penrod checked into the boards. Horgus fighting for it, comes away with it for Penn State, but Rowan keep it in. It's Delarose. Delarose fighting for it with Wickman. Penrod across ice. Ryan Conlon, wrister wide of the net. Ice Lion loses his footing. It's Wickman. Now Rucci into the slot, gets it poked away. That was Sam Ahern. Now it's Rucci behind the net. Ahern calling for it at the point, holds on to it on his stick. Shot in, deflects through, and now dumped all the way down by the Ice Lions. Line change for Penn State. 5:08 left to go here in the third period. Profs down by 2. Penrod turns it over and Long dumps it all the way down. It's Cohen. Gets tripped up. No call is Rucci with it. Looking for Penrod, and Profs lose out again. Profs just being outworked and out-hustled with the puck on their own power play.
They're trying to be too cute entering the zone. Sometimes you just got to carry it over or dump it in all the way. None of this fancy passing stuff.
Wrapped around, Ryan Conlon couldn't get there, and Johnson dumps it all the way down for Penn State.
That was unfortunate. Hit the gate of the Zamboni.
Delarose with it. Gives it back. It's Cohen. Delarose in the corner. Delarose going to come up ice. 26 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Profs trying to capitalize. Delarose through the center of the zone. Delarose lose control. Loose puck held off and thrown down the boards and all the way in front of Collella's net, where he'll have it and leave it off. Was going to leave it off for Ahern, but instead finds Penrod. Penrod loses the puck. Ahern gets it poked away. And Profs fighting for it in the corner. 3 versus 1. Rowan comes out with it. Power play is over. 3:44 left to go in the third period. Profs need 2 goals. Loose puck in the zone. Wickman able to get it out. Rowan intercepts. Ramos got in Meldrum's way and tried to leave it off. Profs need to score soon. Meldrum thrown to the ice, and he's going to get up, and they're going to call a penalty. Meldrum a little extra push. Doesn't want to do anything too crazy because Rowan's about to go on the power play. Don't want to even it up at 4-on-4.
No, that's the last thing you want to do. And the top unit for the Profs power play is coming back out with Rucci, the Delarose. I'm assuming the penalty was a roughing. He literally lifted him off of the ice and dumped him down like a wrestler.
Well, Matthew Meldrum certainly not the biggest guy on the Profs team. And now a little bit more in front of the Penn State bench between Chris Conlon and another Penn State player. Is that McLaughlin?
Looks like McLaughlin and Chris Conlon are both headed to the box.
Well, Conlon just talking to the referee. Doesn't look like he's headed over to the penalty box. We have a timeout. Head coach Dan Diamante with a timeout on the ice. 3:18 left to go. Profs about to go on the power play thanks to a roughing penalty on Wade Ashford. And we were talking about Meldrum, certainly not the biggest guy on the team. He literally got lifted up off the ice and thrown to the ground.
Yeah, that's a matter of heart over the size of the player. But he was in there. He went up against the bigger player and drew the penalty. I don't think that was an intentional penalty to draw, but he got the job done, working hard, and now he's giving his team another chance to come back and do something.
Well, they're going to need to improve on the power play. Last time we just saw it a few moments ago, it seemed as though Penn State just wanted it more down by a player.
And that's the one thing Rowan has to get away from, is trying to do this fancy entering of the offensive zone. They got to either dump and chase, get the puck deep, go after it, or just carry it over simply by one or two players and just set it up the way that they know how. And also look for Colella to be getting to the bench if this power play is extended closer to 2 minutes. Try to get the extra skater for a 2-man advantage if they can.
And that's what's going to happen. Colella's going to be pulled down. Profs going for the 6-on-4. Ryan Conlon can't win the faceoff. Puck back to the point. He's got Penrod across ice. Penrod in the corner, holds on to it. Pass in front, rebound, comes out loose, dumped all the way out, and this one's going to deflect into the net. 6-3. Goal scored by Adam Alavi. He was just trying to dump it out of the zone. It takes a hard deflection off the boards. No one was going to get there.
And that's really unfortunate for the Profs, the way it deflected off the boards. We had a clear line at it, looking straight at the line, and went off the boards, and now they're down by 3.
Well, it's unfortunate for Rowan, but now they're down 6-3. 3 minutes left to go. Penrod throws it around. Colella's still in the net. Conlon fighting for it. Loose puck again. Alavi throws it back down towards Colella. and he stops it. Thank goodness Colella wasn't in there again. A lot of it would have had 2 empty netters. Up the ice, backhanded forward, on target, pushed away. Delarose looking for Penrod, and the loose puck dumped out. Delarose not even chasing after it. Here goes McLaughlin. McLaughlin over the blue line, stick handling through, loose puck, shot. Colella able to get a piece of it. Rowan is still on the power play. Under a minute left to go on the man advantage. Profs down by 3 goals. .205 now left on the clock. Profs with it in the neutral zone. Rucci fires one on target. Carapandi pushed it aside, shot in front. Ramos with the redirect, and another save by Carapandi. He has been lights out so far in the third period.
And that's what he needed to do. He had a good first period, a bit of a shaky second period, but he's really started to figure it out here at the right time for the Ice Lions.
Rowan able to keep it in front, backhander block, rebound. In Carapandi's pad, you got to respect the effort from Ramos, just couldn't push it home.
Yeah, and with 1:33 to go here in the third, I think it's unfortunate for the Profs the way this ended. Three crossbars and posts, and the odd number of opportunities they had in the first half of this game. This is where it starts to bite you back, and it's unfortunate the way it happened.
It's going to take a miracle for Rowan to score 3 goals in a minute and a half, but let's see what happens. Slap shot from the point, held on to by Carapandi. I'll tell you what, Carapandi's rebound control has been on point tonight. That's a big reason why Rowan hasn't been able to score as much. They usually score a lot of goals on second chance opportunities. Carapandi not giving them any.
Yeah, and you can see that right there on that shot from Ahern from the point.
Wrister gloved and hit away by Carapandi. Chris Conlon and Nick Ramos behind the net fighting for it. Chris Conlon wraps it around the boards. Put in front, shot saved by Carapandi. Again, another rebound. Meldrum couldn't finish. And now Meldrum's getting into it in the corner. Matthew Meldrum and Sammy and Tabby. And now another fight on the ice. And going after a man on the ground. Trying to see who it is. It looks like it's Chris Conlon. Got his helmet taken off. And frustration has boiled over.
Well, this is what happens when two teams from the same division go at it in a hard-fought, highly contested game. Emotions run high in the third.
Got another scuffle along the boards.
Can't tell who it is, though.
Looks like Jake Kelly, and that's who it is. And with all that happening, looks like this game's definitely going to be over, and Rowan is not going to come back.
Nope.
Two of their top players. That's Thurston Scone getting escorted to the bench. And he's been given a game misconduct, as you can see him walking. Supposed to head to the locker room, so all that, we're going to have a stoppage. Referee's going to sort out who's getting what.
Well, there was a lot of extra stuff. You could see it with Meldrum getting into it in the corner, and then in the front side of the net, Chris Conlon was getting into it with another player. And then you saw again, Sean got into it again. It's just so much stuff going on. It's like, I could have sworn I saw Dave Schultz or Bobby Clark down there just grabbing people and throwing them around. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
That's what happens in hockey. The frustrations boil over. You know what? It's a sport where, other than football, it's accepted to lay down big hits and punches. I mean, football punches aren't necessarily allowed.
Well, correct. Well, and the thing is, too, in college hockey, you're not allowed to drop the gloves and fight, per se, only in professional leagues and semi-pro leagues. But it's good to see the passion from the Profs. Obviously, it's a little late when it comes to the timing of it, but a lot of it has to do with frustration and how the game's gone to this point. But at least they're not going down without a fight, literally.
Literally and figuratively.
Correct.
From the mind of Andrew Torres. 1:04 left to go here in the third period. A 6-3 game, and the referee's still sorting out with the scores table what's going to happen.
Well, I'm looking at the Rowan penalty box, and it looks like there's at least 3 guys in there right now.
I see 2 in the Penn State penalty box, so
Yeah.
we might be looking at a Penn State power play.
I would assume we would, and it looked as if for the most part the Rowan players were the instigators in this case.
Well, you can't blame them.
No, you
That's
can't.
who we kind of would have to assume did it, considering the score and the context of this game. Obviously, last time these two teams played last year, this Penn State team came in here and won by a score of 5-3, and now this Rowan team, 15-0, could drop to 15-1 if this result holds.
Right, and the thing too, you notice only the Rowan player was the one that made his way back to the line. As I say that, a couple of guys for the Penn State team are skating off the ice. And the thing too about fighting in college hockey, doesn't matter what level it is, it's not tolerated. Not tolerated at all.
That's Schumann.
That was waving to the crowd.
Leskinov,
and pointing to the scoreboard as the crowd was cheering as he was leaving the ice.
Well, Penn State, they have a reason to be happy. Came in here and they're up 3 goals with about a minute left to go in the third period over the number 3 ranked team in the entire Southeast region. They still haven't started play. Some fans calling for round 2. It's at the captain's meeting. It's Trevor Rucci and Horgus talking to the referee, and you see 2 profs exiting. It's Conlon and Scone, with Chris Conlon and Thurston Scone heading to the locker room.
It's quite the delay here, but
Lot to sort out.
It is a lot to sort out. Not a lot of stuff you see in college hockey specifically when it comes to instances like this. Like we said, there's a couple guys. Well, the guys were in the penalty box, put it off the ice for Penn State, and then a couple gentlemen for Rowan left the same way. So game misconducts, match penalties. Like I is any fighting major, it's an automatic ejection. I'm not sure what kind of suspension or if there's going to be a suspension at all, but we'll see.
And we're going to see, if you look at the scoreboard, 2 penalties, 1 on each team. And don't forget, access the Rowan Television Network out of market at any time by visiting the Rowan Television Network YouTube channel. Enjoy your favorite studio show episodes, sports broadcasts, special events, and much more at youtube.com/RTNCH5.
So we got a little 4-on-4 hockey here for the final minute.
4-on-4 hockey. Open ice, and Rowan loses the draw. And the Ice Lions possessing behind their own net, falling over, and Kelly able to get it behind the net. Jake Kelly, double team, gets an extra check to the face, and Jake Kelly's down. And now we have a whistle. That hit was laid on by Wade Ashford, and that was completely unnecessary. He got an elbow to the face, and now some more extracurriculars. Someone else going after it. It's Kratzner. Kratzner went after Bresnicki.
Standing up for his teammate there. And, we talked about, was this the last we were going to see of the extracurricular stuff? It looks like this game may be a little bit longer.
I hope the referee saw that, because Wade Ashford should be kicked out of the game and sent to the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how frustrating the game is or how high energy goes. You can't take shots like that at somebody's head or their upper body or anything like that. There's no place in the game for stuff like that.
Kratzner sent to the locker room now. But I don't know if the referee saw it. You could clearly see Ashford took an elbow right to the chin of Jake Kelly, which is why he was down on the ground for so long.
Yeah.
And it was after the puck had already gotten by.
Right, and I think not sure if there was a call, if there's going to be a call.
So going to stay 4-on-4. And there's no call on Ashford. He got away with it.
Yep.
Puck kept in by the Profs, and now the Ice Lions hold it behind the net. Johnson crosses over his own blue line, 34 seconds on the clock, and it's feathered in. Sam Ahern behind the Profs net. Dumped back in by the ice lines. 20 seconds on the clock. 4-on-4 hockey as time expires. Stick handling from Cohen. Cohen gets poke check from behind. Castorina going after it. 3 seconds on the clock. And that's going to do it. Rowan University Profs' undefeated season comes to an end as the Penn State University Ice Lions defeat Rowan 6-3, your final score here from inside Hollydell Ice Arena. Powered by Ryan Long, who had a hat trick on the night for the Ice Lions. And if you look at how the game went, Andrew, Penn State really just overpowered Rowan tonight.
And, you know, obviously, like, Trevor Ruggi got the first goal of the game for the Profs, but I think it's important to understand just the overall effort of the Ice Lions in this game, how they stuck with their game plan. They hemmed the top lines of the Profs in their own zone, made it impossible for them to get anything offensively going. There were some spurts where Rowan had a chance to come back in this game, and they weren't able to capitalize, and, you know, this is the end result. Got a little extra, got a little gritty at the end of the game, but, you know, this is it's a chance for the Profs to really kind of rethink and look and see where they can move forward from this.
Well, we saw, if you include both teams, 5 ejections, 5 game misconducts within the last minute to play in the third period. Obviously, tensions boiled over here inside Hollydell Ice Arena, but still, you're right, Profs never gave up at all throughout the entire game. Unfortunately, get the 6-3 loss where the effort was there, but Penn State simply just outmuscled them to a lot of pucks. And the thing was, the Ice Lions capitalized when the Profs could not.
Yes, and that's the biggest difference between, I mean, obviously the post being hit for the Profs had an effect on the outcome of the game, but they were hungrier for pucks, they were hungrier for chances, and they finished a lot better than the Profs did. And, you know, I mean, obviously having a hot goaltender in net, Karapani had a phenomenal night, standing on his head, specifically in moments in his second and third period.
And with all that being said, take a quick step off, bring you back some post-game interviews right here on RTN Channel 5. Once again, final score, Penn State Ice Lions beat the Rowan Profs 6-3. Profs fall to 15-1.
Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM is Rowan's very own award-winning collegiate radio station, servicing South Jersey and parts of Philadelphia and Delaware. At Rowan Radio, students have the opportunity to get hands-on experience as an on-air DJ, playing the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, as well as being able to host talk shows and specialty shows. WGLS also offers members the ability to work in audio mixing and editing. For more information about the station, visit www.rowanradio.com and tune in to the music that matters.
Gallery West, located in Westby Hall, displays student artwork and spotlights artwork all along the building. There's 2 galleries. One is located on the 2nd floor in 207, and the main gallery is located on the 1st floor. Gallery West hours are open from Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come on out and be mesmerized by all the artwork Gallery West has to offer.
Never walk to class again. The Rowan University Shuttle is one of the many services that makes life easier at Rowan. The internal shuttle goes around the Glassboro campus starting at 7 a.m. at the Rowan Boulevard Apartments and does not stop running until after midnight. On Wednesdays and Fridays, starting at 6 p.m., the shuttle goes to the Glassboro Shopping Center. So if you need to get to class or get some shopping done, the Rowan internal shuttle will be there for you. For more information on times and shuttle stop locations, go online to rowan.edu/shuttle.
Rowan University is committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and creating an active culture that helps preserve the environment. Protect the planet and leave a smaller carbon footprint. Consider walking or biking as an alternative to driving. Recycle and invest in a reusable water bottle. At Rowan, students care about the environment. Join us in the practice and promotion of environmentally responsible choices.
Do you need access to the tools and resources to help you with your class projects and papers, or maybe just find a quiet area to study? Well, Rowan's Campbell Library is the best place for you. Volunteers at the Writing Center can help you improve your writing skills in a one-on-one environment. Study rooms can be reserved for group activities, studying, or even just to hang out and collaborate. So come on by the Campbell Library and see what's in store to help you succeed.
Ever wonder what it would be like to share the sky with the stars? The Rowan Planetarium provides a glorious, visually stunning experience of viewing our galaxy in a way you never have before. The Cosmic Castaway Show dives into the meaning of the Sol system. The Rowan Planetarium, located at Rowan Science Building. To learn more about special shows and events, go online at rowan.edu/planetarium.
Ever wondered what activities there are outside of class? Rowan After Hours is a great way to entertain yourself, learn about things you previously did not know, and have the ability to socialize with other students on campus. Students will have fun with game night, free food, music, and much more. Every week there are different themes with different activities. RA takes place late nights, Thursday through Saturday. Come out, explore the activities, and most importantly, it's free. So be sure to check the RA calendar for fun events that you and your friends can attend each week.
Stuck on that pesky paper you have to do and just feel like giving up? Well, don't. Come to the Writing Center in Rowan's Campbell Library and get the help you so desperately need. An enthusiastic team of tutors eagerly awaits to help you with any of your scholarly writing needs. Need some help? Come visit the Rowan Writing Center on the first floor of Campbell Library.
Hey Rowan students, looking for a fun way to get involved in campus activities? And join RTN, the Rowan Television Network. RTN offers positions in front of and behind the camera where students can experience the field of television production. They produce sports, news, and entertainment programming. All available to stream online or on campus on Channel 5.
Meetings are held on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. in King Auditorium.
For more info, head to rtnch5.com. RTN, your station, your story.
Are you a military veteran or the child of a veteran? The Veterans Affairs Office at Rowan University offers educational benefits to veterans and their families in the form of scholarships, financial aid, work-study programs, and more. The office is at the Academic Success Center on the 3rd floor of Savitz Hall and has walk-in and scheduled appointment times, including some evening hours. To learn more, call 856-256-4233, email veteransaffairsoffice@rowan.edu, or visit sites.rowan.edu/veterans. Serving those who have served us.
Production support provided in part by Sacanti's Italia Pizza of Glassboro. Sacanti's Pizza is located at 321 Mullica Hill Road in Glassboro, New Jersey. Order online at www.sacantis.com or call 856-881-4412. Sacanti's is a proud supporter of RTN Channel 5.
Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS-FM is Rowan's very own award-winning collegiate radio station, servicing South Jersey and parts of Philadelphia and Delaware. At Rowan Radio, students have the opportunity to get hands-on experience as an on-air DJ, playing the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, as well as being able to host talk shows and specialty shows. WGLS also offers members the ability to work in audio mixing and editing. For more information about the station, visit www.rowanradio.com and tune in to the music that matters.
Gallery West, located in Westby Hall, displays student artwork and spotlights artwork all along the building. There's two galleries. One is located on the second floor in 207, and the main gallery is located on the first floor. Gallery West hours are open from Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come on out and be mesmerized by all the artwork Gallery West has to offer.
Never walk to class again. The Rowan University Shuttle is one of the many services that makes life easier at Rowan. The internal shuttle goes around the Glassboro campus starting at 7 a.m. at the Rowan Boulevard Apartments and does not stop running until after midnight. On Wednesdays and Fridays, starting at 6 p.m., the shuttle goes to the Glassboro Shopping Center. So if you need to get to class or get some shopping done, the Rowan internal shuttle will be there for you. For more information on times and shuttle stop locations, go online to rowan.edu/shuttle.
Rowan University is committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and creating an active culture that helps preserve the environment. Protects the planet and leave a smaller carbon footprint. Consider walking or biking as an alternative to driving. Recycle and invest in a reusable water bottle. At Rowan, students care about the environment. Join us in the practice and promotion of environmentally responsible choices.
Do you need access to the tools and resources to help you with your class projects and papers, or maybe just find a quiet area to study? Well, Rowan's Campbell Library is the best place for you. Volunteers at the Writing Center can help you improve your writing skills in a one-on-one environment. Study rooms can be reserved for group activities, studying, or even just to hang out and collaborate. So come on by the Campbell Library and see what's in store to help you succeed.
Ever wonder what it would be like to share the sky with the stars? The Rowan Planetarium provides a glorious, visually stunning experience of viewing our galaxy in a way you never have before. The Cosmic Castaway Show dives into the meaning of the Solar System. The Rowan Planetarium, located at Rowan Science Building. To learn more about special shows and events, go online at rowan.edu/planetarium.
Ever wondered what activities there are outside of class? Rowan After Hours is a great way to entertain yourself, learn about things you previously did not know, and have the ability to socialize with other students on campus. Students will have fun with game night, free food, music, and much more. Every week there are different themes with different activities. RA takes place late nights, Thursday through Saturday. Come out, explore the activities, and most importantly, it's free. So be sure to check the RA calendar for fun events that you and your friends can attend each week.
Stuck on that pesky paper you have to do and just feel like giving up? Well, don't. Come to the Writing Center in Rowan's Campbell Library and get the help you so desperately need. An enthusiastic team of tutors eagerly awaits to help you with any of your scholarly writing needs. Need some help? Come visit the Rowan Writing Center on the first floor of Campbell Library.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back in to Hollydell Ice Arena. Rowan University Profs, unfortunately, undefeated season at 15-0. Stops right there. It was the best record in program history. It comes to an end as they fall to the Penn State University Ice Lions by a score of 6-3. Profs still 15-1 on the year and lots to look forward to. And with that being said, we're going to send it down ringside with Mackenzie Garrett as she is with head coach Dan Diamante.
Thanks, Marc. I'm here with Coach Dan. Coach Dan, can you fill us in on the locker room talk going on right now?
So, first loss of the season. Obviously, it sucks. But at the same time, I think it's a good learning experience for us. And, the boys are kind of just looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow and, avenging our first loss of the year.
Yes, I feel like those boys really fought for that game. They worked hard for that loss. But what do you feel like they can do better for the next game?
I feel like we can, stick together a little bit better. Towards the end of the game, I felt like we kind of lost it. And, that takes, first loss of the year. So I feel, the guys are competitors and, they take out their frustrations a little bit. But, they'll be back tomorrow ready to go. Stevenson played us tough last time we went down to them. So they'll have a little bit of a bus ride. And I think we'll, come out tomorrow more successful.
Well, we're rooting for you. Thanks so much, Dan.
Thanks.
Back to you, Marc.
Thanks so much, Mackenzie. Well, you heard it right there from Profs head coach Dan Diamante. It was a rough loss for Rowan tonight. Obviously a 6-3 final as they fall to the Penn State University Ice Lions. But it's a learning experience for a young team that started out red hot, as good as you can get, 15-0. They'll fall to 15-1, but still plenty of season left to look forward to, including tomorrow night's game against the Stevenson University Mustangs. With that being said, that'll do it for me from the Hollydell Ice Arena and RTN Channel 5's coverage of Profs Division II hockey. Once again, final score, Ice Lions 6, Profs 3, Rowan falls to 15-1. Have a great night, everybody.
The following is a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.